What's up, y'all? Welcome, Women's Wrestling Talk Watch Along edition. Wow, I'm already starting off and I haven't been drinking. My name is TK Trinidad. My fellow co-host Sarah, the Rebels in the house.
What it do? I got Bailey on deck.
And we have our first guest hopping on.
Oh, I'm first? I thought I was late. I swear to God, I thought I was late.
It was going to be the first one of our late, tardy people to show up, so I would have lost that bet.
Man, you sure in the hell would have, because I was like, oh, I'm the last one here. I was trying to readjust. Cameras and everything while I'm dealing with this.
Oh, goodness. You are the first one here. Welcome, Jay.
Thank you for having me.
Let's, before we get all up in it. Any matches you're looking forward to?
Turn it into me.
Oh man, I'm really interested in this Randy Orton Alexa Bliss because I want to see if the Fiend has a new look. Because this whole being gone is supposed to be about a transformation. So I want to know, because if the Fiend comes back looking just like the Fiend, it's like, that was for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they built this whole thing up. It's a cocoon. It's going to be more scarier than what it was before. And so if it looks the same, it's like this didn't do much.
We'll see. Our next guest is in Kane McCoy, top-notch producer for Power 106 in LA.
Yes. Unfortunately, this is my face when I'm not on the radio.
That is really.
I apologize to everybody. Happy to be here. Anyone having any problems with their WWE network right now?
I'm actually running smoother than normal.
I'm on Peacock. I was like, I'm not taking no chances.
I should have been like you, Jay, because this is crazy, bro. Like, it's forcing me to basically make a Peacock account right now. So. So it's not allowing me to watch on the network, even though they said you could watch at the same damn time, to quote Future Hendrix, but I'm not able to do so.
$2.99 too, so you should hop on. Like I said, I was asking Jay, Kane, what match are you most looking forward to?
What match am I most looking forward to? Obviously, it's going to be my guy, DB, Daniel Bryan, against the head of the table, Roman Reigns. I'm excited because at first I was like, but there's been so many swerves leading up to this that they might just pull the trigger and DB could go into Mania as champion, because Reigns and Edge doesn't really interest me. What is it? Spear versus Spear? Is that you know what I mean? It's like it just seems so from nowhere. Edge and DB, on the other hand, there could be something there. Both guys coming back out of retirement from injury. They could kind of roll with that angle. So it won't be the greatest wrestling match ever per se, but I'm pretty much more interested in Reigns. I'm sorry, in DB and Edge.
Also, I don't know if y'all heard, but a couple of weeks ago, it came out that Vince was like, the hell with all of this. Like, the only two matches he had cemented at the time were Bianca and Sasha and Roman Reigns and Edge. Everything else was just, we going to figure it out as we go. So, also, if Roman Reigns ain't vaccinated, I don't see him wanting to be at Raymond James Stadium. If Roman ain't vaccinated, he ain't trying to be, because Roman can literally die. Like, I can see him being like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Roman's going to make sure he got the Moderna, whatever it is, not the Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo vaccine.
Hey, man, y'all ain't going to hate on my baby shampoo. I'm baby shampoo for life right now.
No,
out here living in these streets.
Type of vibe. But yeah, that's a good thing to bring up, because they will be allowing fans back in. So maybe Roman's like, all right, bro, y'all fans going to be there. I'm going to be home watching again.
Well, somebody that is going to be joining us right now is also watching Flobito.com is in the house.
What's going on?
I really want to hear Flobito would be number one of our late people. So I'm going to spend any money on any of y'all.
Okay, my bad. I was backstage. I was waiting. I waited till the FBI warning came on. The FBI warning came on. I clicked on it. No, I waited till the FBI backstage went on. I had the Peacock. I'm 20 minutes behind, man. I switched back to the network because that Peacock is like 20 seconds behind. No bueno. But I'm good. I'm glad I'm here. What's up?
Your network is working, because mine is saying that like I don't exist.
Oh no, mine's working. Yeah, I had the same problem with NXT UK, man. Like they upload the entire episode as like a show on UK, but it uploaded late and stuff. So I'm gonna ride network until they told me I can't ride it no more. So
oh man, this is gonna be ridiculous. This is gonna be weird. Am I 20 seconds behind watching this now? I'm like, yo, am I gonna hear? Because I'm watching on Peacock. I was like, you know what? I'm on. You know what? Let me just go and do this.
Okay, so guys, the first match is up. Who do you have? Sasha and Bianca, or Nia and you know what I'm talking about?
What up, T? What up, Sarah? I gotta give it to Nia and Shayna Baszler here, man. Like we've done this before. Where can they coexist? They have the tag team titles, and that's great and all, but I think this is another story for Bianca and Sasha to be like, okay, now we're not having mutual respect. Now this is going to be something for Mania.
This you can make Sasha the heel finally.
Exactly.
Right now it's two faces, so you got to make Sasha the heel. So Sasha goes heel, and they finna get these belts to Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Probably y'all sitting there playing.
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad at it, but that's why they keep. I mean, they keeping them on Nia and Shayna for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Give Dana Brooke something at least. She's been
put
on for years.
That's Dana Brooke. He's like into Mandy. Like her.
Yeah.
This one looks more alike.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah. And by the way, don't even get me started on the just random drop of Mandy and Otis. We'll save that for another.
I mean, they always do that.
Random drop of Mandy. What about Otis? Did that dude turn heel now? And he's hanging with Chad Gable? Is that the move?
Heel with Chad Gable.
Is that the ticket?
Oh, wait a minute.
How sad we are for Tucker, though? Can we talk about Tucker's
Wait. Chad, this very natural, easy baby face, is a heel now. And that Otis is also a very natural, great baby face, is also a heel now?
Yeah. Where's Tucker at, though?
Well, guys, Tucker
back in catering,
and he just wants to be talked about. So somebody say me, please.
I tell you, I would be really glad if they put it on Mandy and Dana, because I'm real sick of them throwing the tag team championships on random people who don't need it to grow and don't need it to make it a mid-card title. I'm really sick of them doubling up on champions and giving the women, they always give the same opportunities in the normal championship run. The tag team would be the chance to build and develop the next stars. So I'm really hoping they can do some sort of movement with this, because it's not fulfilling.
Oh, you mean like that? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got still got Natty and Tamina running around here. Like, when we get disrespected, everybody's like, yeah, calm down. Like we've literally watched Natty try to get pushed through the moon, and it just never connects. Nope. And then you bring back Tamina, and it's like,
it's like, what?
Samoan faction. I keep saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry, reading question. Are we on Periscope right now?
We're on Twitch.
Gotcha.
I'll get the chat here. Joseph Boza, Haywood Wong, what up? Robert Patito, que Patito, homie. Damn, people are piling in. That's what's up.
What's up? Hopefully you guys are having easy process streaming.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
So for my folks who are joining us, and you guys do watch Women's Wrestling Talk, as you know, me and Sarah, we are the hosts. But let me reintroduce my co-host, my guests for the show. We'll start right beside Sarah. We have the comedian, the one and only wrestler. He apparently kills people at night, superhero type stuff.
The Mad Titan.
That type stuff, you know. And
I'm happy to be here, but I'm
not done yet. He tells jokes, he wrestles, and he kills people at night. Please welcome Mr. Jay Washington.
I just like to say I appreciate the kind words minus the ending. Because that's what people go with Ripper. He kills people at night. What? No!
He's a murderer.
Maya Clyde refuses to answer that part of your statement there, TK.
That was the last.
And he killed people.
And
I'm
then
staying in new gear?
Okay. I'm going to a vigilante, so you can't tell me that this man just kills people, because I'm already about to post up at all the Asian massage shops that I had. Because, like, I'm ready to beat somebody's ass right now. So I just want to check on you. Make sure you're not really killing people.
Man.
people. He's protecting people at night. That's what it is.
Okay, all right, protecting people. That's a whole different. That's a Dark Knight versus a Joker.
I'm just happy to be here. At the end of the day, like
I killed the dude. Quiet down, he said.
And then right below him, radio personality, radio extraordinaire, also served our country. Thank you. You have Kane McCoy.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
I did it for the free Applebee's, clearly.
Thank you for your Applebee's. Yeah. Applebee's, people be sleeping on Applebee's, man. These chili snobs, these chili elitists.
I'm telling you that sirloin is tougher than Drew McIntyre after the Elimination Chamber. I know, right? I'm happy to be here. I'm on the radio, Power 106. I'm sorry, this is my face. I've known CK for a hot little minute. We've done a lot of things together, so happy to be here. And hopefully, I won't be the.
We did what out? We did what together? What?
I mean, I was let me just watch this match.
Although it's very possible that this can lead to a very, very weird wedding storyline per WWE standards.
You know what? I'm gonna watch Nia Jax be horrible real quick.
I mean, we got a killer. We got weddings happening.
Okay, Sarah, listen. There are certain times when Nia's good. Sarah, there are times when Nia is flawless in the ring, but when they try to speed it up, like that's when it really, because she can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
It's like if you let it go at her pace, the spots are great, but you and I both know being in the ring, you got to keep up with whoever you running that spot with, and they go too quick for Nia, and you like, oh, stop.
Right.
Yeah, I don't hate on Nia, man. Someone's got to be hated in that division. They all can't be good athletes. They can't be like, oh, she's a good worker. She's a good worker.
I can never be too mad at Nia because she kind of set off the Becky Lynch momentum.
This is true.
I mean, if she didn't break Becky's face, then we wouldn't.
There is no man.
There is no man involved. So, in a certain way, Nia Jax is like, a wrestling god, worthy JBL for kind of creating that.
Worthy JBL, I hear you.
I had to turn my head quickly. He brought up the wrestling god JBL. I was like, excuse me?
Yo, I was about that back in the day. I was like, oh, rich white guy with a limousine. I can relate. That's a villain. I like it. Yeah.
What do you guys think of Reginald? Do you think he should be part of the storyline?
No, I need him out of this storyline.
Look, I'm gonna say no because we've seen it before. We've seen it with Angel Garza. We've seen it with all these small dudes that Nia goes, I want some of that. You're like, I get it. It's funny because she is a different looking.
Was like this with Carmella.
Okay, yeah. I'm
don't need this dude.
Yeah. I like Reginald though. I like when he was rolling with Carmella. It made sense for that to get the whole Carmella reboot. But this whole Nia plaything thing, nah.
Yeah.
Give Nia a boyfriend. Give her a tag team partner. Don't give him I got Nia Reginald. That's weird, man.
Got Nia out here saying she out here splurging on the man. Like, come on, man. Get that brother some socks. You gonna splurge on this brother? Get him some socks.
Nia Jax is apparently she's a sugar mama now.
I guess so.
Yeah, she's a sugar mama. But the whole thing, and that's why I feel like has there been a lot of it's too much rushing because less than a month ago we saw Reginald with Carmella, doing the whole concierge thing, and there was some flirtation, but we didn't really get a good end to why Reginald and Carmella just kind of ended. She just like, hey, I don't want you no more. And
does Vince McMahon care about giving you an end in the storyline? Let's be real.
Vince
has just been like, this ain't going.
You're like, yeah. And then so like, is Reginald like a broke dude who sleep couch to couch? Is that what it is? Like he needs a place to sleep tonight.
So he just moved out here to LA, is what you're saying?
So now
I'm kind of triggered, man.
I think we all are. Got to know that story. Like, hey,
trying to sink. He may know about why, but he broke. I know.
And then last but not least, we have Flabito.com.
Oh, we don't do the intros. I forgot about that.
He has like 10 shows. Definitely go and check it out. He has t-shirts, he has merch. Really, really funny. Also covers the wrestling at Universe. So Flabito.com. Welcome.
Thank you. Having me on Fastlane, talking about Nia's hole and all these storylines are broken and Ali getting choke stands.
Did you say Nia's hole?
Yeah, we're talking about Nia Jax. We're talking about Retribution. We're talking about all that crazy storylines that dropped in the last minute and a half. You know.
Okay.
Okay, that was an interesting bullet point. We're talking about Nia's hole today.
We're talking about Nia's home, man. You know, I'm
always prepared to talk about Nia's hole.
See, that's a real one.
Work, okay, I just want
Yes, answer. I like it.
Listen, I know Mustafa Ali may have lost his U.S. Championship match tonight, but my man's won if he is out of the Retribution storyline because, he got slammed at the end. So if that's how you want to get him out, then good.
I mean, is it going to be a group?
It's just like they killed Retribution too early. They let the Hurt Business. I get it, the Hurt Business was the truth, but they let the Hurt Business run through all of them like a hot knife. And so everything you had built up for weeks about Retribution being dominant, the Hurt Business came in and you were like, well, that ain't happening no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's finished.
Yeah. Hurt Business has been the best thing about Raw, but like it takes
Bianca do it. Oh,
it takes a lot of.
She gonna do it. She gonna do it.
I thought Bianca was gonna. Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah, she gonna press her.
Get a little fireman's carry. You think it's gonna be a press? Oh, a little fireman's
It's
carry.
gonna be a squat. I mean, a squat. She gonna
Yes,
squat. No, she ain't gonna press no Nia Jax. I should have said that. My bad. That was on me. Oh, that was my bad, Jesus.
I was like, I don't know, Jay. You've been in the ring. It's impossible.
Oh,
Ooh.
now Bianca, Bianca, choke her back.
Oh gosh.
Choke her back.
She got all that hair. Oh,
Please,
That's what I'm waiting on.
I just
That's
don't
what I'm waiting on with Bianca.
I just don't want to see tag team champions battle at WrestleMania.
somebody's got to make that a gift. Nia is going, no.
Am I 20 seconds behind everybody?
You on Peacock, aren't you?
Right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
Is that where you're at?
I'm on the network, Jesus. This ain't even right.
I'm watching Peacock.
I just saw Reginald in his tight pants fly. That's like
With his tight pants on.
Sasha got the highlighter.
I got on the LA brunch pants. Then the pants with the LA brunch.
LA brunch.
avocado toast pants.
This is my 2 hours in line.
and Sasha puts in the.
Y'all be quiet. Sasha is turning heel.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, take your earrings
Here you
off.
go. Up. Hit her with the rookie.
I like Nia just rolling in and pushing.
1, 2, 3. There it is. Oh, I knew it.
Well, that's why y'all were the first match.
I'm still 20 seconds behind, and I went to the network.
Oh shit! I don't know, man. That Comcast, that Spectrum.
This Spectrum out here.
That boy said he got that Super Xfinity.
Does Bianca only have one eyelash on?
He got that XXXX.
I mean, sometimes you take the bumps real quick. The makeup didn't do a good job backstage.
Yeah, I bet you got one eyelash.
Not Bianca, bro.
Here's a question though for y'all. Here's a question.
What
happens if they decide to take Bianca's hair away?
So I thought about this. I feel like they wouldn't do that like a one thing. It will have it shorter over time because the figures and the T-shirts are all throughout the shelves. I wouldn't just change it. But yeah, that's
I mean, how long did Bailey have the side ponytail though?
Who?
Yeah, but Bailey was out here for the little kids and inspirational. Bianca Belair is just like you don't go here. She's the hood chick that made it in a sense.
What I'm saying is that Bailey.
Let me tell you now.
Bailey had that side ponytail forever, so I think Bianca has a couple more years of this ponytail. She'll be fine.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why MVP left the first time. He was like, "Yo, I'm tired of cornrows," and this was like, "Sorry, you locked in that thing." Right,
you locked it forever.
Wow, son, this is what we doing?
You see Snasha?
Oh shit!
Yo, you all late, my dude.
I mean, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go back to Peacock because that was it.
I was like, "Yo, why you getting hype?"
You know what?
Damn.
I love Black people. They're like, they talk to themselves. They're like, Jesus, what am I gonna do?
She turned country club so fast. Country club Sasha. That's what we saw right there.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad they should do it because she needs to be able to be like, yo, I'm in Star Wars. What you doing?
Joseph,
Sasha.
There was no way that this match wasn't just thrown together. That was sloppy. Half of it didn't make sense. They're just doing stuff to do stuff. It didn't fit their characters. I completely agree with you, Joseph.
This
Like,
was
Bianca just fell on Sasha's stomach, and then Sasha sold like she was knocked out. What was that?
So Sarah, let me ask the question because you are a purveyor of the wrestling arts and sciences. What happened there? Was this a bad timing thing? Like, yeah, we're thinking of a 30-minute match. They said go out on 15, or just it didn't work well together. Like, what went wrong?
Something definitely seemed like it got changed, or like the girls didn't communicate it properly.
It felt like it got called.
Right? All right, so Nia comes in and knocks Bianca over onto Sasha like that. Why was everyone laying? What was Nia doing at that point in time, right after that movement? Like, what was like this it was all disjointed. And then everything we know about Bianca's been building up that she's like, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. And then Sasha slaps her in the mouth, and Bianca just goes, you know what I mean? It was like they didn't get to the flow in their head of what they were trying to do here. It was like they got told you got to do this stuff and fit it in, and they just like did their best. This didn't flow like it had been planned to be this way.
Oh, that's what's up. So I'm glad I asked you.
It felt like it got called. It felt like the ref got the call in from the back to go ahead and call it to go home. It felt like because of the way it was going, it felt like Vince and them was like, tell him go home because the finish the way it is and everything. And then the after results was just like, oh, I guess it was supposed to pop us more. But it's just like, we already know this was going to happen. There's nothing that says, okay, this added flair going into Mania is more.
Right.
It didn't make any sense. Like, I didn't understand why Bianca and Sasha were working together in the first place. Like, there's so many women in the locker room that you could have created different storylines for them separately versus putting them together. But
well, I think
they're back there.
If you want my opinion, I think that's what the internet is asking for. People just saw the glam of Sasha, and people saw what Bianca was doing, and they wanted that.
Bianca and Naomi forever.
But Sasha Banks and Naomi are two different classes. I'm sorry, TK. I know she's a girl, but Sasha Banks can sell tickets today. Naomi needs time to build up again because she's never on consistently enough. Whether it was her fault or Vince's fault, that's something else. But Sasha's ready to go this year right now.
You better get
Sasha has Star Wars behind us, so that's a big.
I'm getting banned. What?
You out right now? That's why she's quiet. She's.
I'm not saying she's whack or garbage. I'm saying as far as like a WrestleMania ticket.
Why did you say whack though? Was that in your subconscious?
No, because you gave me that look. You gave me that look. Cause you think I'm a hater. You think I'm a hater though?
Okay, wait. This is an honest question. I see that is Elias. Who is that standing next to Elias?
Jackson Riker. Jackson Riker?
A racist.
He looked just like Elias. I feel like I'm the racist.
No, Jackson Riker is a hellified racist. He the reason they broke up the Forgotten Sons, and they were like, "Why does he still have a job?"
Yeah.
Lord, oh Lord.
Look at
So I guess Shane is a no-go for today. So he's going for WrestleMania though. That's the.
This is the best way to save the match. You save it for Mania.
Yeah, I thought it was weird for it to happen. It's weird to happen at all, but it was going to happen at Fastlane. Wow. So.
Oh, but real quick, so back what you said about Bianca and Sasha team up.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Bianca should be a tag team champion right now. I think Bianca and like a Rhea Ripley should both be in tag teams and be building up so that once they get their real like push going and people are really behind them, then they get moved into the hunt for the actual championships. Because right now what's happening is we're seeing the same people over and over and over. And then people will come in like Bianca or come in like Rhea Ripley, but no one even believes they have a chance against like Charlotte Flair or Sasha Banks, right? So I do think Bianca should be in a tag team. I don't think the Sashas, the Charlottes, or the Asukas should be holding these tag team championships.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bianca should have been with the Naomi, but that's my favoritism. But Bianca should have been with somebody for a tag team. Sasha has nothing doing this.
I think the thing was they were so focused on WrestleMania's card. They were just focused on WrestleMania's card. How are we building Mania? And of course, we all know, Sarah, you know this as well as I do, when you have a big storyline or big show, they're working backwards from it. But the problem is when you have somebody like the WWE who's known for with Vince McMahon at a moment's notice being like, nah, I don't like this no more. Because he does it in a moment's notice. You can't keep doing this. Again, Bianca Belair should have stayed away from Sasha Banks altogether.
Mm-hmm.
They should not even be. They shouldn't be a tag team. They should have just stayed away from each other. I'm challenging Sasha at WrestleMania.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the year that it was HBK Cena, and Triple H. And I believe HBK and HBK and Cena became tag champs going to Mania.
Yep.
And Cena was champion. So I felt they were kind of going that angle. I'm happy they didn't actually pull the trigger and put straps on Sasha and Bianca. But again, it just seems like everything's in the air. Like we don't know. Like WrestleMania is happening, but what's happening at Mania? Like we don't like even this Big E Apollo Crews match feels more Mania.
My biggest fear is this Big E Apollo match is blown. This happens and then it's a blow off. Number one.
Oh, first off, I called. Sorry, because you remind me. I called both Flabito and Jay yesterday because I was watching SmackDown, and I am incredible. Like, do they not have any black writers behind there? Because
do they have black writers?
Like Apollo, like for my people who are watching who don't know black folks, and I'm sure this happens for Italians and stuff like that, but like Apollo was speaking English up to like
he still is.
Year.
And he still is.
Yeah,
he's still English.
Yeah, it still is. I mean, when you look at it,
but he's speaking with the accent 24/7, and it's like why don't Apollo just code switch like the rest of? I'm just speaking for black folks. The rest of my West Indian folks, we be code switching all the time. And Apollo could do the same thing. It makes more sense. It's just weird to me how he's talking with a Nigerian accent 24/7 when, like, is he channeling his grandfather? Like, what's going on?
If you remember, 2K, this is my Apollo impersonation accent.
Oh God.
He did the promo. When he did the promo, he spoke regular. But then when he was speaking as his grandfather, he spoke in the accent. So there is a progression. There is a progression from week to week where he starts as American, but he slowly becomes Eddie Murphy and comes to America.
Listen, may I add my 2 cents to the quest to the total? Listen, they decided to bring Apollo and make him a warlord. If you didn't remember when he first came to SmackDown, he had 2 other random niggas with him, and then they no longer bring them. They no longer bring them. They're just like, you take this big ass spear because it's coming to America too as a hit, and you can keep wearing it.
Yeah, like the Nigerian Patrol was a 1 week.
30 minutes in.
It was like, you gonna have to. Everybody was like, is Apollo a warlord? Everybody was like, ah!
This motherfucker is the Prince of Zamunda.
He is not of Zamunda, he is of Wakanda. They put Zamunda and Wakanda together.
You know what's real popular right now? I think Black Panther. So can we make one of these black people from Africa? I don't know, pick one. The smiley one. He looks African.
Like she's in the writers' room right now. She knows exactly how the writers write.
Or Apollo.
I'm gonna take Big E. Big E just had that special. Ain't no way he dropping the strap here.
Big E got a whole fundraiser going with a Black History Month thing. They let TK, you got to do an interview with him because they let him do it off a side project. They not finna kill that momentum.
Momentum.
Hey Derek, what's up? I didn't see you up in here. Hopefully you're still here because I ignored you. My bad, Derek.
Oh my goodness, I can't with Apollo.
I have a question of all y'all. Am I the only one still mad that they actually changed his New Day music unnecessarily?
I haven't heard.
I don't hate the music change, but the new music they have now is not my favorite. A lot of the stuff sounds flat.
For me, it's just like the whole purpose of Big E going solo, as everybody had heard, was to get away completely for the New Day thing.
Right.
And then he still is basically a New Day member. Well, okay, go ahead, Black Brothers. Oh, shit.
I know it's supposed to be scary, but I was aroused. That's what you wanted, yes, Daddy.
So in other words, you heard Big E going, 2 big sweaty men bumping meats, and you was like, "This is what I asked for." Is that what you said? What you did? Is that what you did?
Actually, yeah, I'm on Sarah's train too. I agree. I was like, "Oh, I'll watch this. Take away the accent, I'll watch it."
Yeah. Oh no.
Wow. Well, whatever. That's what we all watch wrestling for. I kind of deep down inside, really.
You know, I'm probably too excited than the both of y'all, though. You know who probably more excited than both TK and Sarah? The referee, because she probably just living her fantasy right now. She like, oh, let them do this match.
I mean, this is wrestling browsers all the way.
Oh my goodness.
This is sure wrestling browsers. This is that category that don't
Don't do that. Because the first time I saw my first custom match, I was like, nah, man, don't do this to me. Don't ruin it for me. Don't don't do it.
What a steal on the outside by Big E to fucking Apollo. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's
No, don't get me started on the Lana thing.
Here with the whispers.
No, don't get me started on the Lana thing, Derek, because it wasn't an issue of Bobby Lashley taking on a Russian wife. It was the fact a white woman said, I got me a Bobby Lashley, and he said nothing for the first 2 months of that storyline. So, come on. Don't know. No. I'm even that dude. But even I was like, no.
For a whole 2 months, Bobby Lashley was just like,
You know how the Marvel superheroes are all going through therapy right now? I feel like Big E is going through therapy with Apollo right now. Just like how Roman Reigns was going through therapy with his cousins. And now we're watching some in-ring therapy with these two because he's really trying to get a lot of thoughts out. I don't know if you've been watching Big E.
You so stupid. What's the next spot I'm gonna do? Right? I feel like those are the thoughts. Like, what do I do next? Like,
oh, he's having whole conversations with him. He could slip that in there pretty easily. I'd be sure to tell the ref to tell me what's next.
You trash headlock.
Or they
can't stand you, Snap Man.
They could actually be saving everything if they're gonna go again at Mania. They could just be like, what's the most basic we can do to get this over? So when we do it again at Mania, we have more.
Correct. Because at WrestleMania, I can see it now. Apollo Crews versus Big E for the Intercontinental Championship in a vibranium on a pole match.
No, Apollo gonna have all the dancers from Coming to America 1 and 2.
He's gonna have a bigger spear.
That boy gonna have a whole Shaka Zulu shield on top of the spear. That boy gonna come down.
God, y'all terrible.
At this point, it's gonna be Bill Goldberg on a stick as his spear.
Richard said it. If they run it
white wrestlers in a pot of boiling water.
You give him the shrunken heads, the Funko heads of all white wrestlers, follow wear like a necklace. I have fucked all of them.
But the match.
No, they hit. Cruz and Big E is in. You know what? What if Apollo loses this match and he's like, you know what? My name ain't even Apollo Crews. My name is You Hot Nation.
Oh,
he said some of it in his promo initially, but I was like, are they gonna let him do this?
Going towards it, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be who I fully am until I'm my name.
But he already said Apollo in a whole recording for the intro song, so they're not changing that. They done mixed that down already, got the MP3 file, they got the video package.
Damn, you know that man got a hernia after that.
Yeah, he did a double pump.
Oh, come on, boy, would you please?
You're supposed to jump, man. Jump.
No, because what happens in the back, you don't say, he tell him not to jump. Because I'm strong, I can pick you up, and then you realize, this nigga's thicker than what I saw.
That's 280.
Oh my gosh, Derek, you're hilarious. You know Vince tried to sneak Apollo into the New Day when Big E was out.
Yeah.
Okay, don't encourage Derek. That's the first rule of my friendship with Derek.
I mean,
wow.
Can you imagine Vince being like, hey, Apollo, come here for a second. Listen, Big E's out. Listen, Big E's out. What do you think? How do you feel about pancakes? What? How do you feel about pancakes? I mean, listen, there's a tuba, a trombone, whatever it is.
Tuba.
Has that trombone been brought out in recent months?
Yeah, every Monday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, this one time it was weird. He was like feuding a Retribution. He was mad, and he still played the trombone on the way down.
Did he play really?
Yeah. It was just like,
I'm mad because he will never get Reckoning now. I legit wanted a match with Xavier Woods versus Reckoning because he kept saying, give me Reckoning, give me Reckoning.
I bet he did. Keith Lee's like, what?
Keith at home.
Referee. Sorry.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad.
That was a position.
I saw it coming.
That was weird.
Wait.
Don't
Biggie
tell
won
me
that
we
match?
do this. Don't
Yeah.
tell me we're gonna do this. We're not about to do this double pin shit.
It looked like Apollo won.
It did.
This is that. I don't know what the fuck just happened. That's what this conversation is. What just happened?
What is the? I don't know, man. To me, that looked like the ref was on the wrong side. She couldn't even.
Are
see
you
the-
serious?
Well,
What?
Good job.
Oh, you can't fire your only female referee in the main roster. Listen,
You just walk around like ain't shit happened. Like,
oh yeah, yo, Asia, you getting the call up? What? Pack your shit. You're going to Tampa, Asia Pereira.
Why did he keep grabbing him by the beard?
We got a Dusty finish going on here.
Oh,
Is this
Hey, man, you not gonna keep slapping me like that, brother.
Nah,
Listen,
this
we
is-
had this conversation. You ain't got to keep slapping shit out of me though.
This is like a Ricky Morton finish. Oh, everyone's getting slapped. Everyone's getting slapped.
Why is everybody getting slapped? Why are all the black people getting slapped?
By the black people? I don't know. Well,
we all got a lot of anger inside right now due to the the pandemic's been going on for a year.
They finally put me on TV, and I'm going to make the best of it.
Both people got slapped in the mouth and didn't do anything about it. It doesn't fit either of their personalities.
Who's what?
Oh, Biggie's face is like, I'm gonna get you backstage.
They still ain't announced the winner of the match. They just like, let this play out.
Okay, so here's the question. Assuming that this is going to go to Mania, do you think Biggie is going to retain it, or do you think it's going to drop to Apollo?
He'll put Apollo over.
Terrible accent that Apollo has. This guy I can actually get behind. Opposed to everything else that he's had, like he's been thus far.
It's hard to say, man. I'm the biggest Apollo fan going into this. And I will admit that, but it's hard to get on board with someone who's a character. Like, nothing else? You got the new tights, the new thing, even carrying the spears. Like, it'd be like, okay, visual dude, going back to the heritage. But the moment you put on an accent, do the reverse Kofi, it's like, how could I root for that? Like, I just seem like a
Kofi.
Yo, it's like a minstrel show, man. Like, for real? Come on.
You know what? I'm liking it more and more.
Do you think that accent is? Do you think the full-on accent and not the code switching is Vince or some other white person who doesn't know?
What other white person besides Michael P.S. Hayes? That is Vincent Kennedy McMahon all day.
It's hard to say whose idea it was, but ultimately every show gets approved by one man, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't be like, it's all Vince's idea, but it's like, if someone said, hey, that doesn't work, it would have been done Dada the first week. It'd have been like, nah, cut that.
Right. But like I said, we know that was whatever the ref just screwed up. So she wasn't in position, like Sarah said. Something happened because that wasn't a Dusty finish. Because again, they didn't even call anything. The ref just got told, "Get the hell off camera." Because she just went around to the side. What the commentator table was, and all the way to the side, they just like get off camera. So in the back right now, there's a bunch of what the fuck was that? And then they're like,
wait, who won that? Who was that?
R-Truth and what the hell is this dude? Akira Tozawa.
Oh wow, where has he been?
Do it. I thought I was Jake from Safe Farm.
Watch it not be truth. Oh.
What the hell?
It's that new scent, Night Panther. It makes you smell dope.
Did they just put the
Night Panther after the two niggas? Okay, go ahead, advertise.
I'm so confused.
What? You can't be fucking serious.
I'm so confused.
Wait a minute. After the two black guys, both who are technically African for real, but one who was playing a full African, then we go, yeah, what's the promo we gonna do? Night Panther. What? Nobody looked at the run sheet to the show and was like, can we move this?
We're gonna air it right there. Wow. I tell you this, the happiest person that they're not in that is probably my guy Kenta Kobayashi, aka my guy Hideo Itami, whatever the hell he was WWE, because that definitely put him in Akira's position.
Man, I know Kenta was like, "Who I left just in time." Jesus.
Get that free healthcare. Fix up my shoulder. I'm good. All right, back to Japan.
I'm good.
Got this surgery is done. I'm cleared.
I'm out. I'm
Hey
out.
Vince, I need a release.
Thank you.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's always been wrestling, dude. Like Italian superstars are Italian. The Japanese guy is a ninja. Like, come on. Remember, there was actually Vikings in that chick. Like, come on.
But no, the fact he decided to legit go with Akira Tozawa in a full black, like he couldn't even do just martial arts. He was like, "Nah, bro, you a ninja.
You a whole ninja, and your referee a ninja.
Right? You a whole ninja." No, ain't nobody gonna complain about that. What?
Elias, is it time for Elias to switch it up, or should he keep doing Elias?
What else is he gonna do?
I mean, what else is there, dog? Yeah, because Seth Rollins already has a spot, and
Well, there's nothing wrong with Elias. He has to win matches. That's the only thing he's not doing.
I mean, you got Braun Strowman out here just like, please, can somebody do something? And we're like, yeah, can you do something else besides the two things you do?
Yeah. I mean, Elias had crowds in the palm of his hand when he was on Raw 3 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you have a feud where you get hit by a car by Jeff Hardy, kind of, sort of, and Jeff Hardy wins it. And now you're like, well, someone still hit you. Do you not care who found out who hit you? All right. If you don't care, I don't care. I'm out.
I mean, look, we finally got Braun to stop saying "get these hands" every 7 seconds.
Oh, like get these hands, receive these hands, sir.
Because it was cool at first when he said it, but then it was like because it came out of nowhere. But then it was just like, hey, bro, look.
I'm sorry, I'm just catching up. This man just gets Nickelodeon slimed?
Yes,
on Monday, yeah.
Raw? Yeah,
I don't watch this. Like, so I'm like coming in blind.
It was a bucket. It wasn't even the fancy lever either. It was a bucket. It was like, here you go.
It was a Home Depot bucket. It was a bucket that the Rays had in the back. They weren't using since ain't nobody using the stadium.
Yeah. There's a slime in this. Yeah,
Put
it in there.
Did he slide someone before?
No, it just happened randomly, and no one know why it happened.
It's just lying there. It's just like
it just happened for no reason. Like it's just like a tie-in to Sherwin Williams paint. Like what was
my biggest question? Between Elias, Dexter, and Dexter Loomis, what's the budget for gray skinny jeans? Because tight gray skinny jeans, because they be like, yo, just wear these huggers that have a little bit of flexibility. Yeah. This is all you gonna work in.
The answer is there is no budget. They just do whatever with them. There is a local Ross Dress for Less in Tampa that is
real quick.
He's butling me when he's tired. He's a stack.
What do you guys think of Seth Rollins' attire? His new suit attire.
It's called Kenny Omega's doing.
It's called Thank You Internet. Because if the internet wouldn't have started popping and talking about it, it'd have been a one-shot deal.
Yeah, because he's one upping it every time.
Because the internet
with the Seth Rollins drip.
Still better than Kenny Omega. What the hell he's doing? Kenny Omega, he be at the Ross. He be at the Ross. Be like, I'll take this. I'll take that.
Kenny Omega dresses like he works at a warehouse overnight. Mm-hmm. He showed up in those carpenter jeans on AEW Dynamite. I said, bro, come on.
Like, bro, you must be the champion. All this drip. Kenny Omega was like, I'm supposed to do what now?
My best cut jeans with Asics on. I said, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Again, can we get Braun something else to do besides this?
Polka dot shirt, brown shoes.
This is his thing, man. This is Braun's thing.
That's how we got the Strowman Express.
I guess. He did save Mania last year, I guess
this is supposed to be the popcorn match where you go to the restroom and get some popcorn.
No, Elias is bona fide box. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Excuse me. Braun Strowman is a former Universal Champion. You will respect him.
No, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Wow.
You gotta respect the former Universal Champion.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, nope, I do not have to. She's
Nobody does. Nobody acknowledges Braun winning the Universal title. Everybody was like, you know what really happened.
You know what's funny about skinny jeans is like I feel uncomfortable even walking in skinny jeans. And these people are wrestling, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? That everyone else can do athletic, acrobatic things in these pants, and I'm like, hello, I walked over here.
There's so much.
Spot I have to run in some skinny jeans. I'm busting a hole in them. It's the first spot I hit.
My thighs are just right here. That's leaving.
They got thigh reinforcements. It's that spandex in there.
Yeah, so that's what those are, those stretchy ones.
Yeah. Got a little give.
Do you think they're making the men more secure? Because you know they already give y'all more pockets.
Sorry, I didn't know there's a
pockets. I need to be able to have my nuts breathe in a match. Like, okay, 10 minutes of my testicles under stress. Like,
standing there like, look at all my pockets. It's dope, right?
I got so many pockets. Go home.
I got so many pockets. Where your nuts at? I don't know.
Braun Strowman doing all this just to lose at WrestleMania.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like, the new Braun Strowman, I was on board, but there was one SmackDown where Roman Reigns destroyed him for like 20 minutes.
Oh my God, like, beat the piss out of him in that match.
Yo, for real? You done then, bro? I don't believe in that. Roman Reigns beat you?
Roman was beating the piss out of Strowman, and then they put him on Raw the next Monday to face Keith Lee, and I was like, is this supposed to be believable?
Nah.
Roman just whooped this man for 18 minutes straight.
He's like, welcome back to Fox.
Oh, they all they did, Strowman, you goes over because you're not winning at WrestleMania versus Shane O'Mac.
But why the match? I don't understand why Shane's even happening in the first place.
Well, because Vince don't trust nobody but his son, clearly.
Well, that means Elias gets that check tonight. Pay-per-view bonus.
Yeah.
So does Jackson Riker, just for being on TV.
You got that pay-per-view money, that Peacock per-view money.
This is the closest that the Raw talent is getting to national TV. Okay, let's just be real. Because remember when everybody was talking about the draft to go into SmackDown, and I was like, you gonna want to go to SmackDown to get this network TV money. Why would you not want to go to Fox?
Big Fox fan.
Your paychecks have just jumped up.
Brand loyalty.
Ain't that much brand loyalty when I'm like, I need a Maserati. What?
Maserati. I job 6 times a week because I want a Maserati.
I want a Maserati.
I get rolled up backstage with my 7 title because I want a Maserati.
Hey man, I started training with Callisto. Him and I trained together, and my man's out here living it up right now. Him and his wife got. I mean, that man's is living nice.
Oh wow!
So like somebody asked me the other day, they were like, "Hey, I'm about to do this show on TV. Would you be willing to be a ref?" And I got real mad. I didn't say anything.
I bet you should have.
I'm like, Mags, I'm like, a ref? Fuck you, I'm a wrestler. But then I thought about Aja Pereira, and I'm like, and that other dude who used to be a deaf,
I was just to bring up Drake Younger, but at the same time, Drake is a different ballgame because Triple H was like, what are we going to do with you?
Yeah.
I love Drake. I've done so many shows with Drake in IWA Mid-South, but when you got a guy who's only known as a deathmatch guy coming into WWE.
But either way, look, what I'm saying is those are 2 people who are wrestlers, right? And they moved to be referees, and they're probably living very comfortably. Very comfortably. I did have a moment. I'm like, is that worth it to never get to do the thing that you're passionate about week after week, to watch other people do the thing you're passionate about, but you could have a Maserati?
Well, Corey Graves is all right with it.
Right. I see
but also, when you're a ref, you do ring crew. Oh, that's the ring crew. Refs do ring crew. So, like,
I put that ring together. I don't care. I always move real slow, so everyone just does it for me anyway. Like, oh, sorry. This was real.
Just give me that, Sarah. Yeah.
That's what I did. People are just like, I'll take it. And I'm like, wait, no, I got it.
Wait, no, stop. I got it. That's my turnbuckle duty.
I want to pull my weight around here. Oh, my God, I guess.
I'll crank the stuff for you. And they're like, Sarah, get out the way. I'll do it faster. And I'm like,
wow.
Oh, well, tried to help.
I tried to help. Take a selfie. This is proof that I was trying to help. Oh, TK's back.
Welcome back.
I got some mango slices.
Oh, shit.
And then the beat dropped.
Mango Slice says. Mango Slice says.
I don't know what's happening.
Probably got 2 tabs open.
Yeah, you got the tab over somewhere.
2 tabs.
Or YouTube open. YouTube open. Yeah.
Twitch open. You know what we talk about? Also, we talk about Corey Graves. Byron Saxton was another one.
Byron Saxton. Yo, but Byron Saxton's still training though. He's like sitting in and it's like tight.
I mean, he is over there.
You're right, Samoa Joe.
About this match coming up.
Wait, did you see Barefoot Man just did something off the top in the kickoff show?
The Bro Derek?
What's the Barefoot Man's name?
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle,
that one. I've been on so many shows with this man, but did he change his name? Is that why I can't remember his name?
That's his government.
That was his name, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got rid of that.
know him as that guy without shoes on.
Yeah.
Guy without shoes.
You know,
Anyway,
in WWE, you enter with 2 names, you're going to leave with 1 eventually.
Probably got cinder blocks for feet.
Yeah.
Probably hard as rocks.
Question for my folks here. So, do you think Fastlane is one of those you can miss pay-per-views? Like, all right, we want a pay-per-view, we're trying to get some money, but it really doesn't matter what happens here.
Well, I'm going to say that usually, yeah, after the Elimination Chamber, but this one feels a little heavy with Daniel Bryan's story. Like, I think that is something that has to be solved. It's happening tonight. But yeah, after Elimination Chamber, you could probably like chill out until Mania if you wanted to.
This was just to get the kinks out for Peacock. That's all this was. This was to get all the kinks out for streaming on Peacock.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they have Fastlane every year, though. So I mean,
yeah, but this was specifically because they made sure because Peacock is the new thing. They have it every year, but this is like, let's see what happens with Peacock.
Yeah, this is the first one on Peacock. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Matt Riddle on that scooter. Oh shit! I remember him.
The dude who finally decided to tell people, "I'm not happy." He finally told everybody, was like, "Hey, bro, you act like you cool, just going ahead and surfing."
Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about?
I have no idea.
Nah,
for my folks in the chat, who because this Fastlane
so naked, he looks like he's walking around in his underwear. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yo, Derek Hopkins is real as hell with this one though. We're not gonna ignore this because he's telling the all real truth. Because Riddle got a bunch of these allegations keep coming out every chance, and they be like, "Hey man, can you just do something spectacular so we can act like this is not happening?"
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say with Riddle. We'll
embrace the vision.
I don't remember a pay-per-view 2 weeks out before Mania. I saw a pic from the pre-show online. Who picks out Seth's tuxedos? Does Becky?
Probably.
I feel like Seth picks. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret about male wrestlers. Male wrestlers care more about their outfits than you would ever imagine.
Yes,
they
we
will
do.
fucking they'll go to a hot topic and they'll be like, "Look at his jacket." Ooh.
Yes, we will. Anything that we can accessorize a thing with, yes, we will.
So it's like it's not women picking out their mans. And no. Seth Rollins was like, "I'm gonna look fire in this."
I ain't gonna lie. I'm still looking for a new hoodie for when I go back in the ring. I'm looking for a come to the ring hoodie when I go back home to Chicago, just specifically for that.
What? This is my hoodie for walking out to the ring, and I take it off.
Literally, all it's gonna be is gonna be the walk to the ring hoodie. It's gonna be a dope hoodie that's just for walking to the ring.
Take it off.
Chris Bay's got about 85 jackets because he's trying to find his jacket right now.
His jacket.
That's what Chris Bay is going through. He's trying to find the jacket that says Chris Bay. Okay,
Ronald's like, I'm about to kill the club with this one.
Boy, they gonna see these freshly oiled ankles.
I'm about to kill the club with this joint right here.
What? So why are high waters in style right now? You know your girl don't know about fashion. I've been in a house for a year.
Been in the house.
The tease of the ankle.
I guess.
You ain't never gonna catch me in no pants out here with no long capris on. You're not gonna catch me.
What?
You're not gonna catch me out here with no long capris on. Talking about some, let me make sure my ankles moisturized.
These very long, extra long capris.
It's very like it's the super Euro cut.
Look, we are in America. I'll be in Euro with a Euro cut.
Richard says Seth looks like an exploded pen. I like that.
Look, did you see that little cape flourish? That was all him. That was all
guys.
him.
So look at the pin. I just put the pin for Biggie and Apollo. Does that look like a proper pin to you guys?
Both shoulders are down.
I don't know what you're supposed to be counting.
Well, I don't think it happened here. I think it happened more with the roll up, right? Oh, this coming out the roll up.
No, that was after the roll up.
Yeah. I think she counted doing the roll up, right?
Yeah, I'm confused by it all.
Oh, the referee was too, TK. I tell you, he ran out that big.
Yeah,
she was like, God damn it!
She did raise Biggie's hand too, but that was like super quick.
Yeah, but they didn't make an announcement at all. She was like, she had to get out the ring quickly. She was like, I didn't just reserve this club for my birthday. What am I gonna do?
The thing is, as a referee, you're not supposed to, even whatever's supposed to happen, if you see shoulders are down or shoulders are up, you are supposed to call it as you see it. But then you have the pressure of this is what WWE wants. So how do we balance that with what is physically happening right now? And so part of the reason why I think she was where she was is maybe she was trying to have that conversation with them real quick. Like, we don't want to go with the shoulders out there, the shoulders out there, you know, like whatever she needed to do to get it done. But what happened is the pin looked weird from our camera angle. So like we didn't see the actual pin, but she did. So because that's what they're facing completely opposite from hard cam when the shoulders are down. You almost never see that in a pin on WWE.
See, this is why that rest is stressful life. I couldn't do it. I'd be arguing backstage like, look, the shoulders were down. What do you want me to do?
TV makes it worse because you got to have everything for certain camera angles. Certain things got to be at the hard cam. You like.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So his shoulders may have, like I looked at the picture, okay, his shoulders may have been absolutely down right there, but he was in the wrong position for us as the audience. No cameras got that for us.
The other way, yeah.
Okay.
Damn, Nakamura. You guys know when Nakamura won the Royal Rumble? That was fun.
Oh, yeah, 2019, 18?
So is Jinder Mahal injured?
Hell no, he just sitting there too.
No, he was injured for a long time, but he's healthy now. He was at Superstar Spectacle earlier this year.
Yep.
I remember Jinder.
Remember he was WWE champion, y'all?
That was a dope run. His problem was he feuded with Nakamura, and they argued about who was more Asian. Don't do that. It was weird having Jinder Mahal, an Indian. Well, he's Canadian, but an Indian dude making fun of Shinsuke for being Japanese. It was like giving him the accent and stuff. It was weird.
Because like first with Jinder, they tried to make his Indianness. They tried to make it seem like part of his heel gimmick, right? Now back in the day, people would boo that. But in today's society, most people who are racist don't want to believe that they're racist.
So they were going to openly boo the Indian Jew.
And you start singing the national anthem of India, the people in the crowd aren't going to boo that because they don't think of themselves as racist. They're like, oh, listen, look at this man showing us his culture.
Excuse me, Sarah. Excuse me, Sarah. I just like to say Vince McMahon doesn't understand that.
I know he doesn't because he was like, they're gonna boo him, and the crowd was like,
boo. Vince is like, they're gonna boo the national. It's gonna be beautiful. Oh, Vince, no.
That entrance was dope, though.
Like, oh, thank you for sharing your culture with us, Jinder. What a performance!
It was blackout, fire on the floor when he walked every step. It was dope. It was like one of the best produced.
Jinder Mahal had the nipples that was out to here, like pinched in Hershey's Kisses, and everybody was like, "Can he be in a tank top or a sports bra?"
Everybody was saying that.
People kept talking about his nipples. I was like, why do I have to keep focusing on
the body? I don't remember that.
Yo, TK, you know what that nipples are?
Look at Jinder Mahal's nipples real quick.
I'm good, brother.
No, Jinder did have some strong ass nipples though. No.
See,
what is wrong?
They were definitely not 3MB nipples. Like 3MB.
Come on, fam. Come on.
And they were like, yo. What?
Said he didn't have a wear a 3-man band. Like he
yeah. Like
TK, help me out here. What?
I have no idea. That's Kane and Jay right there.
Yo, go ahead, nipple chat, yo.
I appreciate the male body, but although I have an announcement to make. Fun fact for my folks who watch SmackDown: if you watched Big E do his promo, I noted that his skin was very, nice and just looking flawless. And it is courtesy of centerin.com. Our body butter is all over Biggie's chest and body. That's why he's shining and popping. Just saying.
And we did offer to put it on him physically, as titty chauffeurs, but he did decline.
Oh, he could decline. Surprising.
It's social distancing. I understand.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
He definitely. He actually, if you watch the interview, I did make mention of it, and he seemed very like, I'm being very PC, and I'm going to sidestep that question. So kudos to Biggie for being very professional.
How else would you aside?
I was like, yeah, come slap him on these titties.
Yo, can you run my product on your nipples?
Hi, have you ever had your nipples moisturized by two women that are really doing this for the environment? What?
I wouldn't be touching the nipples. I want the meat. And I already have a standing agreement with him that I am allowed to squeeze those nipples not the nipples, excuse me, the meat. The meat. I don't want the nipples.
Squeeze this nigga's nipples, is it? Just like,
No, I don't want, I want to just like that.
So wait, so
you motor dude?
He said that you could do that.
I had asked him, I asked permission 2 years ago and received it. So, but it's a standing invitation. I haven't seen him physically in 2 years since I got the permission.
Right. Okay.
Welcome back to Nipple and Boob Chat.
Welcome to the Nipple Talk here.
Yeah.
the nipple talk.
So just to tie this all up, Sarah is allowed to squeeze Biggie's boobs with,
and that's the part that gets clipped out right now. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, isolate that, please.
Yo, would you invite me to TK, by the way?
Maybe on time, you could have controlled the contours of the conversation. You ever think about that?
Nipples. I will say though that I sometimes I get to the gym, I'm like, yo man, the fact that Biggie develops his chest like the way he does, it is inspirational. That's as far as I'll go.
Oh, so you do look at his chest.
When you look at the form, I'm not looking at someone's nipple shape. That was weird. And I don't think I want to touch them. I'm just saying, as someone who builds their body, yeah.
You know who's got interesting nipples? Cesaro. They look like pepperonis.
Ma'am.
Right.
Well done.
Back to Cesaro. Here we go.
Cesaro needs all the opportunities. Why not? That is my Naomi right there. Give him a chance.
Wow.
Oh, what a nice, delicate little toe tap.
Cesaro section over here. We out here.
Mm-hmm.
I follow him on Instagram. He's like one of the only WWE superstars I just follow on Instagram because I'm like, I like seeing you.
He likes coffee too. Just hanging out, drinking coffee.
Yeah.
That sounded like that was going somewhere else. Especially.
Oh no, he's chill. Like
that was gonna go though.
Him and what's his name, Balor. Just like, yo, you got a t-shirt company. I'm chilling. Like he's like so laid back compared to what he's doing in the ring.
Simple. Enjoy some.
Nakamura said, bye.
Nakamura and Seth are really going at it right now. This is a good match.
I know, for us to just not be Karen. It's real bad.
That's probably because they ain't doing shit at WrestleMania.
What'd you say, Jack?
That's probably because they ain't doing shit at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, what about Cesaro? Didn't Cesaro do the epic big swing on Seth a few weeks ago where he pulled his jacket?
Look, Cesaro was out here being pushed towards like he was going for the Universal title, and they was like, let's slow that down.
Yeah, story of his career, man. That happens all the time.
They always edge us with Cesaro. It's like a constant edging. No.
I agree.
They'd be like, you almost there? You almost? Oh no. Because they made everybody think at Elimination Chamber. They was like, is it really going to be Cesaro?
Was he the second or third to go?
Yeah. It was like, nah.
He was like, nah. The big swing, call it that.
So far, we're an hour in. What do you guys think of Fastlane 2021?
Well, the matches I want to see aren't here yet. I want to see how they're going to get around with the whole Orton versus Bliss thing and D. Bry versus what's his name. So,
yeah.
early to tell. Slow hour though.
Yeah,
I just like to say,
with that match, isn't Edge like the special guest enforcer or something? Swerve alert. Does this end up being a triple threat? No contest and then triple threat at Mania.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a triple threat at Mania.
Please, it has to be. I do not want to see Edge in 2021. I don't. I
You don't
don't.
want to see Edge in his North Carolina blue versus Roman Reigns in his teeth.
I'm just like, yo, you going to tell me that this dude, I'm not trying to knock Edge anymore, but this dude somehow outlasted all these dudes at the Royal Rumble. People in their peak physical condition. Edge comes back. 47.
Edge just said that he's been training since he's left.
And look, and I'll be honest with you, age ain't number. Bobby Lashley's what, 43. Shelton Benjamin's 45, and they're good at what they do.
Especially when
I understand that, but Edge at 47 looks like a man at 47. Looks pretty well, but there's no way he should have won that Rumble.
Badly.
But you know what? You know what? Edge had about 5 years off, though. That's the thing. Edge had about a good 5-6 years off to just make babies with Beth Phoenix and chill.
I ain't knocking this.
TV shows and Canadian movies.
Dude, I don't knock that. I don't knock Christian Cage for making the jump. If you can still make money, cool. But the fact he came to your second or third biggest night of the year and won the damn thing, talking about I'm gonna take my time and decide over 2 weeks on 3 different shows. You should be lucky, my dude. Pick one and go with it.
That was legit. Vince McMahon was like, we need to. That was the Vince McMahon be like, let's boost up the rate. Let's really make it look like you might be choosing somebody from NXT, which I think everybody was like, fam. He ain't choosing nobody on no NXT.
It would be a good match, but you're right. It was a waste of time.
Because Finn Balor or Pete Dunne would run him ragged.
The bruiserweight would just toss this.
I should start tossing old ass Edge.
He got like 4 fingers left when it's all said and done. Like, oh, did I win? Oh, damn.
Who do you guys have? Oh my gosh. Who do you guys have in this match?
For me, my thoughts right now, this is an amazing Raw SmackDown Super Show because this is not a pay-per-view.
Correct. I agree.
This is a Raw SmackDown Super Show.
Like, Vince McMahon is definitely going to build Saudi Arabia like that counts. That counts as one.
It kind of does, yeah, you know.
FYI.
It's a WrestleMania equivalent event.
At some point.
Yeah, it counts as one, guys. Yeah, now. I will turn off these notifications. Tyler, why I almost call him Tyler Black? That's annoying.
I will. Tell you something. You do these IWA Mid-South Elite Pro shows. I'm like, hey, man, that's Tyler Black. Like, what are you talking about?
Code of Honor handshake, yeah. Oh!
Code of Honor handshake.
I mean, for those of us who've been long-time wrestling fans, it's pretty fucking amazing to see Tyler Black at WWE. You know, just
see him to the part where people are sick of him. Like this dude. There was a time where Sami Zayn tagged with Cesaro and Nakamura. We were like, boring.
I mean, for real, they're the best wrestlers in this world. We were like, get him off my team.
This is trash.
That's just how fickle wrestling fans can be at times. Like, you're like, I want the greatest wrestlers in the world here. Not on TV, though.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we want them here, just not with those names.
Right.
We want the kings of wrestling in WWE. We don't want.
Wait, they just let Seth Rollins
Kings of wrestling different brands. It was a weak stomp too.
Yeah.
So, yo, Cesaro, we signed Cassius Ohno. Great. They're not gonna be on separate brands though.
Yeah.
All right.
But here's the thing: we're gonna tell Cassius Ohno he ain't never got to work out. Ever.
He got a thyroid issue. It's different.
No. I've done shows with Chris Hero. He can control that shit. That was just like, I am here collecting a check.
Wow.
And these custom tights that look like basketball teams.
They put him in a whole. They was like, we just gonna make a Sacramento Kings jersey for you. We just gonna kind of open the nest.
That shit is
Oh,
from a
no.
small clothing store run by the can I never mind.
That jersey came from the irregular section of Marshalls in the
Wow.
big and tall.
Wow. Century 21. What?
Oh shit. All right, Seth. So now that Seth is done with this, what do you guys think's happened with Seth for Mania?
He said he's doing something.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't use him because he's there. He got 2 nights. I don't know what that's going to be.
Well, him and Cesaro then. That means it's him and Cesaro then.
That's pretty much it. But what is the stakes? No stakes?
No stakes. You don't need stakes.
What?
Don't need
Works
stakes.
for me. It's a SummerSlam vibe, but I like it.
You swinging me like a little girl. You embarrassed me.
The stakes is that Cesaro will get to dress Seth.
Actually, that'd be an upgrade, man. Cesaro be cool with the sweater game.
Cesaro have been nothing but track jackets.
Track jackets. He's always training. Tennis lessons.
Seth Rollins will be dressing like the transporter cosplay.
Okay. I just want to say something about this real quick. I really believe you should not have put Rhea Ripley on the same show with Charlotte.
I was saying about Lacey Evans. Look at how that turned out.
Well, no, because Rhea Ripley, remember the whole WrestleMania thing. And if you want to build that perfectly, you put Rhea on SmackDown. You do a cross-brand WrestleMania match, the two of them. Keep them away from each other because there needs to be a build with that.
I agree with you, but Raw needs the help. Like SmackDown's covered, NXT's covered. Raw just needs bodies, man.
Yeah, because it's funny you say that because most likely, if they don't pull Charlotte and Asuka and Mania, then I could see Charlotte and Ripley as once adversaries who become partners to take on Nia and Shayna.
Then that's really bogus to Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. It was like, hello.
If they don't put Rhea in the title picture alone, just make it a triple threat.
Well,
with Rhea, Asuka, and because Asuka is going to lose. It's just
regardless, which sucks so bad.
It's who she loses to. You know what I mean, and how she loses. So
I mean, that's been about a year, right?
Do you put a rocket on Rhea Ripley though?
I think so. I mean, everyone wants it. You don't build her up to have her lose. You don't build it up to have mid card.
Shayna Baszler? That's exactly what Shayna Baszler did. She came in, dropped the Becky, and that was it. It was a wrap.
Man, they made Shayna Baszler seem like she's finna run through Becky Lynch at WrestleMania in like 8 minutes.
Yo, Elimination Chamber this time last year, she was OP, and now she became not the weakest member in a team with Nia Jax. She gets pinned 3 times a week.
We found out 5 weeks after that. We found out 4 weeks after that WrestleMania match. Becky Lynch was like, "You go be the man. I'm gonna be a mom." We were like, "Oh,
you done blew that up for what?" So now Shayna takes the pin for Nia Jax weekly. The submission magician who had a title for 2 years is getting rolled up by everybody.
By the way, that piqued my interest when I was realizing she called herself the Queen of Spades. I was like, word.
Now she's looking like a joker.
Actually, I looked that up. It's because she has card tricks. Who?
What'd you say, TK?
I said Sarah cut that one too.
Hot look like a joker.
I'm gonna say she does card tricks backstage, so they called the Queen of Spades and the Submission Magician because of it.
Oh, it's because of card tricks. Okay,
that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Because I was like, I know what Queen of Spades means, man. I was like,
yeah. Well,
wow.
No, Queen of Spades was the second choice. The first choice was mid-card Monty, Shayna Baszler.
Actually, I want to trademark that. It's right, mid-card Monty.
So,
mid-card Monty.
Do we think we're ever going to get a 4 horsewomen
Nope.
match against anybody, UFC, WWE match? That's never going to happen?
Clearly not. They ain't even, they teased it so much. But then they were like, Marina Shafir went and had a child. Jessamine Duke, they just keep her in the back of NXT. Shayna Baszler is sitting here stuck with Nia Jax, and they are waiting on crowds to bring Ronda Rousey back. Like, by the time you do it, it's almost at a point where no one would care anymore.
Yeah, I think you got to find a way to make Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir stars in their own. That's why it's 4 horsemen versus horsewomen. Right now, you got Ronda, Shayna, and then the other two. Quote,
then the other
so
two.
It's like, why do I want to see that?
Right.
It can be done. It will take too long, I think. With like the Jay's point.
They just gonna have to really build up Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. It's like they keep. They've tried to. You ever watching this? They try to, and it's like because they can't get over in their matches. Whether they lose or not, it's also how about you just get how you get over. And you don't. No one connects with Jessamine or Marina. You're just like,
damn. Drew was like, "Yo, Apollo, you gonna be African? I'm gonna be Scottish plus. Look at this."
Braveheart.
So when I was gonna go to Scotland, my boyfriend at the time was real nervous. He's like, "Oh, you gonna cheat on me?" Blah blah blah. I said, "Baby, the only Scottish man I want to fuck is in America."
He's right there. He's right there. Anyway, I watch him weekly. I watch him every Monday night.
He holds that sword aloft, and my heart says, "Oh."
Wow.
My goodness.
Also, by the way, I pray to God. I pray to God that Drew McIntyre is not in this match for Vince to finally give him a crowd reaction for the win. I pray to God that is not what this WrestleMania match is about. Because that's what it feels like Vince might be doing. Vince is like, well, you didn't get it last year, kid. Here you go. I really feel like Vince, I would have given the title to Sheamus then if that be the case. Like, don't do Bobby Lashley like this.
Let me tell you something. That's exactly what's happening. I don't want to think about it. I want to enjoy Lashley and Black Excellence as champion, but you bet your bottom fucking Scottish euro that McIntyre is going over on Lashley at Mania so he can raise that belt from his pirate ship in Tampa.
Damn.
Oh, this is gonna be so good. Because then Bobby Lashley gonna be like Kofi and not even sniff the WWE title no more.
My man, the 24/7 champion out here.
Just give Kofi a rematch. I just want a rematch, man. Just one.
Kofi don't even get just go Kofi in the elimination chamber. Kofi don't even get a full one-on-one rematch.
I was like, for real?
They're like, hey man, listen. Thank you for your service. Keep on going.
6 months carrying your back. Took the belt to Africa. All right.
Right, took it to the whole other continent in the village to be celebrated. Made a documentary on it, and then they was like, "Thank you for your service, Brock."
Yo, but here's the thing, yo. Imagine I was there live, right? SmackDown, the whole arena hadn't seen wrestling in like 10 years, and your champion comes out in 8 seconds and gets rolled up. Like, no, gets destroyed in 8 seconds, and that's it. Not even
Velasquez who didn't last.
And Kofi even stand up with a thank you, Kofi. It was like pin, roll out, and he's like, "You're making me crazy to make room for Cain Velasquez." Are you kidding me? I was so mad. I was like, forget it, man.
Bro, that's one of the times where I was like, I'm never watching this again.
Yo, it hurt my feelings, man. That was kind of like, no matter how big you are, they were like, yo, black man, your time's up.
Yeah.
Sorry, no rematch, no nothing.
I mean, all for Cain Velasquez, who was the biggest bust.
Go back to
Drew has to win, but I'm a Sheamus mark, so.
I mean, of course it's gonna be Drew. You even had that man going to a WWE title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's not losing here.
Yeah, he ain't losing.
That already happened on Raw the other night.
Yeah.
It's called "We Need Something to Fill the Card."
He's wearing makeup now, man. Come on.
This is different now. This is different. Yeah.
It's a rematch. You don't have those with Kofi.
Scottish
bring back the bar.
A great battle.
I'd be cool with that.
What? The bar coming back?
The bar.
Oh yeah, the bar was one of the best tag teams out there. Why not?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
The bar was one of the best tag teams out there.
It's a shame.
Also, can we pay attention to the crowd on the cameras? Because we all know in a few minutes we're finna see a pre-taped segment, which is called the Randy Orton Alexa Bliss match.
Always pay attention to that. Always look at it. But my thing is, like, when do they watch it? Or do they just put up the pictures, but even the fans can't see it? It's just like,
they probably block the fans out.
It's just like stock footage that they have and they just post it up.
It probably is, because you know that's the one thing I will credit the WWE for. They have taken full advantage of not having live fans.
Are you kidding me?
This was like back in the day when they used to tape SmackDown, because people forget SmackDown used to be taped.
Yep.
And like Nathan Jones's segment is the best thing ever that's happened, where they had to the Nathan Jones story, where they had to retape a whole thing with him and the Undertaker, where they was like, "You will never wrestle at WrestleMania after that." He was like, "Ever." And so because of this with the Thunderdome, that's the one thing that's gonna suck about them going back live because a lot of stuff we've gotten, especially when it comes to like the Fiend and this Alexa Bliss angle, is not going to play the same anymore.
Honestly, though, if I don't got to see Randy Orton cough up fucking black organic toothpaste anymore, we had a good run.
It's so expensive.
I was like, dude, I think I used that toothpaste. That's the organic black toothpaste. I think I used that charcoal toothpaste.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, look, Randy is at that point again where if you watch WWE regularly, you can tell when Randy Orton is just like, I'm ready to go on vacation, or when Randy Orton is like, I'm working and having fun. He is for the past several months, I'm working and having fun.
Yeah.
And this has been the best we've ever seen out of Alexa Bliss. Like, this has been the greatest thing ever for her. She ain't got to worry about her neck, and she get to explore character in so many different ways.
And you feel like that's kind of her lane anyway, like, because she's really leaned into it. You know what I mean? So, like,
She's
I'm kind of in. Which, I mean, I thought the whole thing with her being, you know, Sister Abigail, whatnot, wasn't going to pay off, but it's been awesome. Like, it makes sense for her to leave Braun, and I like the way he's her and Braun doing the mixed challenge stuff. They kind of brought that to light, and it made sense. Unlike Mandy and Otis just going poof for no reason, no explanation. That's all.
Miz traded her. Miz was like, "Yo, I'm trading you. Why? Because I'm a hater."
Yeah.
And that was it. Like,
it was basically that story of the fat guy can't fall in love with the cute girl.
Yeah.
That's
and Otis is kind of like, and Otis is like, all right. They didn't even try to fight. They didn't cross over. They didn't like try to appeal to get his love back. It was like,
I lost my bank briefcase in the kangaroo trial with JBL.
Man,
like, you know, I done lost my shorty for no unexpected reason. My tag team partner turned on me, and I got no payoff match for that. And now here I am with Chad Gable.
I mean,
So
but like, if you Tucker, would you have wanted the payoff match? Because Tucker's sitting in catering with pants. They gave that man track pants.
But that's why it offends me, Jay. Because like, you tell me Otis is a quirky character. You tell me for months and months and months. Give him a shot. He's kind of quirky. Kids love him. Throwback character. And then you cut the knees off. It's like, why do that then? You know, like, I don't know, man.
Nobody buying enough blue jean jackets to cut the sleeves off.
Oh yeah. That's
what enough people
I ain't doing that.
Some blue collar solid. Like,
I'd rather wear capri pants at that point. Fuck that.
So Sarah, you probably understand this better than most of us. Like, you know how when you work your good friends and you just have that thing when you in the back before you talk and everything, you're like, all right, so we're gonna beat the shit out of each other. Because that's literally what it, because I've had to work a couple of my buddies and we like, all right, so listen, this might hurt when I do this, but just know I still love you.
I think that friends hit each other so much harder because we know
you don't mean it.
You're my fucking friend. I know you can handle this shit. Shut your bitch ass up.
Like,
you know,
wait,
like,
but you hit
like another girl where I gotta be like, all right, hope she doesn't get offended.
Oh, see.
I hit my boy with a forearm. My boy really one time, I hit him with a forearm shiver, like boom. He was like, God damn it, nigga. I was like, this is a family show. This is a family show.
Not no more now.
Whenever Brody King and Tyler Bateman, who love each other so much, whenever they had a match, everything you saw was real. That was just real. They were really punching each other in the mouth. One time Brody got blackout mad about it and just stormed at him, and Bateman had to like just keep moving him out of the way until he like regained it.
Because afterwards you in the back like this, man. Look, dog, you see this? This was you. Me and Hobo were like that. Me and Hobo had a match, and then like a week and a half later, we both trained and we had the spot. We had gym spot in Burbank. I looked at Brandon. I was like, "Who hit you in the eye like that?" He was like, "That who would be you?" I was like, "Oh, my bad."
Wow.
He was like, he was like, yeah. I was like, yo, but I didn't say nothing when you broke my nose, because like when he hit me with a forearm in the face and I went down, and you can literally see me on the video do this. Yep, there, because I felt it. Like as soon as he hit, I was like, here we go.
Well, and y'all like, see you next week? What the?
No, that's literally what it be like. He's like, all right, I'll talk to you a little later.
I'll see you at Denny's.
What are you gonna do? somebody you know breaks your nose, it's not like they were trying to break your nose.
They were trying to break your nose. You
Yo,
just
but to set it costs money though. That's what I'm saying. I'd be mad about that. Like you messed up my paycheck, bro. This is my entire.
In the match, I've literally done this. I just was like, here we go.
Oh, that was. You'll see stars doing that shit. You're like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
I don't know why I did that.
$1 million plastic surgeon at my disposal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you messed up my money, bro.
Your nose, what? You do something when you get your nose broke. Robbie Phoenix takes you to the bathroom and fixes it for you. That's my experience with broken noses.
Then I withdraw my question and statement.
Real quick, get all that clopped up blood out real quick. Just gonna blow this out. Blow this out real quick. And
okay, yo, if you got your own insurance plan, then never mind. Forget what I said. Yo, stay still. You good? Lordy.
Yeah, you hit your friend. You fight your friends the hardest. But it's always because again, like Sarah said, you can take it, and I don't mean it. Like the only thing I remember one match I had. It was when I was going through my divorce of my son's mom, and I'd call my boys because again, you going through a divorce, you kind of hurt and shit. So I was calling them at 1, 2 in the morning crying, and we had to work against each other. And I got in the corner, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm not a fan of chops." And he was like, "This is for calling me at 1:30 in the morning." When I tell you my whole chest was lit up, I was like, "Oh!" And then they did the shit with this, so I couldn't cover up Sarah. I'm in the corner like this.
You had the nerve to tell somebody to match. I'm not a fan of chops.
No, they knew it. We all knew it because we were buddies.
Yeah.
And so he knows I don't like him. And it was like, I know the perfect way to get him back from calling me at 1:30 in the morning crying, talking about his ex-wife left.
But that's what I mean about it being somebody that you know, right? So I had this one girl I was wrestling, and we all gave each other chops. I think it was like a tag match. So it was like several people took chops from me.
Mm.
This girl, we never met her before. At one point, she's got me in the corner, and she's like, "This is a receipt." And she goes to give me something. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this gonna I have no idea what this is gonna be. Like, who says that in a match? But it turned out to just be a chop. Well, we come to the back later. She's like, I felt like you guys were taking advantage of me and chopping too hard. And da-da-da. And we're like mind blown because we all train at the same place. We all hit each other just as hard, if not harder, than I hit this girl. You know what I mean? But like, that's why it's kind of why you hit your friends hard, but not other people. Because it's like, well, dang, I just offended this girl, made her think I was like really attacking her off of a chop.
She was thinking about that thing for days.
You know when I'm taking liberty. You're going to know when I'm really trying to hit you.
I literally laughed when she chopped me because I was like, oh.
She was there for all week, like, on Saturday, I'm getting that receipt. Today's day, I'm getting that receipt. Get that receipt.
In the eyeball. I think I laughed through about 3 more of her moves because I was laughing too hard by that.
Chopping brick walls and shit in practice. You're just like, whatever.
She walking into the building like, ugh.
So I have a question for Jay. So I'm watching this and it just dawned on me, and it's very obvious. These men are wrestling in their underwear. So do you feel like you want to put more clothing on, or you just get used to?
I wear a cutoff t-shirt like a tank top and shorts. I am good, okay? I am good. I am not. Let me tell you something. The closest I'll get to be like that is in a singlet, and then I'm still wearing a lot of knee pads, elbow pads, and everything. I'm not completely naked.
You got the Ahmed Johnson triple knee pad game going.
I got bad knees in general. I got bad knees and can't afford a good knee brace. It's called. That's what that is. Stabilizes one damn knee in place.
No, Ahmed Johnson really did wear like 7 knee pads.
I know he did. That's what I'm not.
One of them were a shoulder pad on his knees. That's a look.
Yeah,
one of them was a shoulder. Yeah.
Again, I'm not finna do no. Again, I gotta go into WrestleMania and I work a big black dude who I know hits hard. And so we gotta have this match 2 weeks prior, and then I gotta have something on to keep the 2 Mondays. No, I'm good, fam. And then let's not do too much.
You're gonna be padded like Sting in the AEW match.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna be looking like Sting with all that with a hockey's catcher match uniform on. Like, what you got on hockey pants for? Mind your business. Mind your business. Okay?
Mind your business. Let's do the spot. Okay, come on.
Out here with that D'Lo Brown chest protector.
Ooh.
You looking at the real deal now.
Woo!
Get the door, hands up the street.
I was a huge D'Lo fan. Still am. It's my favorite of all time. Yeah.
D'Lo is it's funny listening to D'Lo do commentary on Impact. It's just so funny listening to do commentary. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, I'm better than the other two. I'm cool.
He's like, I've been here.
Aces and eights and all that.
Hey man, let's not talk about all the failed factions that kept going through.
That was a good idea on the start. The
initial planning of Aces and Eights was.
So speaking of factions, who's your favorite faction?
Of all time?
Or currently?
Of all time? Nation of Domination for me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was until he got called the N-word. And I believe Shawn Michaels and Triple H meant both of them. Like you cannot convince me otherwise that they weren't going around those niggas. Hey,
Farouk, how's it going?
Yeah, the DX with your boy X-Pac with dressing in blackface in '98, not '65, '98.
Everybody was just like,
yeah.
Hall of Fame not once but twice. That dude.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah.
Porn star Sean Waltman. That dude.
Wait. I was just gonna say, Sarah TK. You talking about Sean that we all see at different events and everybody be like, "Hey, Sean." People like, "Nigga, you did blackface," and I still remember.
However, I've been on plenty of shows where he makes mention of that, and he is like, I don't know about that era, meaning I didn't watch wrestling in that era, but he has made mention of that, and he always seems very remorseful, opposed to some people who are just wondering, oh, I understand why there's a problem. So,
okay, here's the deal. Remorse is one thing when you say, "Oh, I didn't mean to code switch," or "I didn't mean to use slang," but you decide to put makeup on your face in America.
Also, again, we always have to go back to one person. Okay, his name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, who was like, "It's gonna be great. This is the Attitude Era. The darkies are gonna love it." The darkies, look, he kept Michael P.S. Hayes on it with a job when Michael Hayes told Mark Henry, "I'm a bigger nigga than you." Mark Henry could have ate him, and he let him stay. And Vince was like, "You know what? Eventually, I'll put him in the Hall of Fame." Wouldn't even give him the title. He was like, "You can have his old WCW belt. I really don't care about it." The Booker, that was his way of saying, "I've made black champions." Never forget that. Yeah. Everybody keep being like, "No, Vince had black champions. Vince doesn't care about the world heavyweight title."
Not the big gold belt.
So but you have, Sean's remorseful, but again, the shit that whole era of DX between, it wasn't about we're a better faction. It was just racism. It was DX was just.
I was going to say the best impression was Jason Sensation. He was with Owen. That was the best impression. Yeah, it was the best impression. But to answer your question, TK, I like Evolution. It was cool for what it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But man, that whole thing was weird. And I worked, and it's one day I actually did a show with Son, so I know you can clip it out, you can find it. I'm not saying that, but it just really rubbed me the wrong way. This guy gets to be in the Hall of Fame not once but twice, and still appeared in blackface. And the Road Dogg too. He had some same stuff on his face.
He was tagged with K Quick, so they gave him a pass.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man.
We're not doing the get rowdy thing. No,
okay. No. Get rowdy. Let's move some things. Yeah, exactly. It's this dude thinking he was a black dude for the longest time. Because he's from the South
with the cornrows.
With the cornrows and
my mind was blown when I found that it was weave. I thought that was Road Dogg's real hair.
Wait, it was what?
Wait, what?
I thought he had braids or something.
Wait, time out. Wait, first of all, you just killed my childhood. It was not his hair.
It was weaves, bro.
You didn't see that though. Those braids are too perfect, man. That was definitely not African weaved hair, but that was definitely weaved in hair. They're all the same size and shape, perfectly burnt edges. That's it.
I just thought he was rocking the crazy town, come my lady ass braids. Or some shit like that, but
white people wear just as much weave as black people, but nobody talks about it. I learned this from the wrestling girls. All the white ladies are wearing weave in their hair. All of them.
Yes, they are.
And you ever see Lana outside of WWE? But all the white boys would just believe Lana just cuts her hair every other day. I don't know, but that's just a thing that growing up, I only grew up around black people, so I never knew that. But then now I'm hanging out with all these white people because of wrestling. I'm finding out this is just a thing. Plenty of white people know about getting fake hair put in. And they just don't
There's
have
so many white girls that walk around with extensions in their bags.
Yeah.
And white female wrestlers that walk around with extensions and everything, and just like, girl, can you help me real quick?
Yeah,
You're
literally. Wow, sometimes the girls will just pull some hair out. They're like, hey, help me up real quick. You got it? And I'm watching them, I'm like, mine is blown. Because I'm like, I didn't know.
Even white guys who have, if white guys are doing the long hair gimmick and they're starting to thin out, they do it too.
Yeah.
Will they add it in?
Yeah, they starting to thin out, and the whole gimmick is because they, first of all, if they not doing the Triple H, because remember that's why Hunter had to cut his hair, because every time he would pour the water, you'd be like, oh, it's right there. It's right there.
These men are killing themselves for entertainment, by the way, while we are all distracted by our extensions.
I was just thinking too. It's like we should actually be commenting on the match, but this hair.
Look, Sheamus ain't got nothing coming up in WrestleMania. He need this. Let us respect Sheamus because this is his WrestleMania. Okay.
Oh wow! All through the table.
Yeah.
Here's a quick question.
Do you think?
I'm sorry, real quick. Was I the only one that thought it was going to be Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus for the WWE title at WrestleMania? Was I the only one that actually thought that?
I was out about that. Yeah, I was about that because it makes sense too. The whole random friendship, the whole here's your sword, and that being a story, have been fun.
That made sense. It made more sense than Edge and Roman.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you that.
What's up, TK? You're saying?
So do you think, because WrestleMania is 2 days and it was 2 days last year, it's 2 days this year, do you think they're going to continue with the 2 days?
They're not.
Now going back to live crowds?
They're not. The WrestleMania the year after and the year after that is all 1 day.
Yeah, every day is 1 year after that.
Yeah.
So they was like, this is the last 2 years. We need to, it's called, this is a makeup from last year.
This is money all the way.
This is from last year. If WrestleMania last year would have happened 2 nights, this would have just been a 1 night thing. But again, the biggest problem is y'all haven't built up no matches to say you have to. Like, it's even mind blowing that NXT is doing 2 nights. It's like, yo, why not just integrate them into WrestleMania?
That makes sense. That would make sense.
But you're trying to do 2 nights of NXT and 2 nights of WrestleMania. Look, I get your Vince McMahon and you like everybody gonna keep up with this, but bro, y'all haven't built anything.
It'll be like 2 Wednesdays in one weekend. That makes sense. Like that's what NXT will be.
Well, see,
matches.
Yeah, well, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, 2 nights on Mania worked last year because it wasn't meant to be 2 nights. So they already had the stacked card. They're like, okay, we'll just split it and just make it 2 nights. Some matches will go longer. But now it's like y'all actually need the matches to fill. How long will the 2 nights be? Would both nights be 2 hours? Would they be 3 hours? How many hours would the night be?
But also the cinematic matches helped out last year too. The Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match. They helped out
more. That's it.
Is that a mirror?
Man,
no, it's the edge of the ring
bell.
bell.
Wrestle till my face paint comes all the way off.
Yeah, that's the commentary table.
You know who had the greatest face paint off win matches? Probably Warrior. Ultimate Warrior, when he was just out the face paint no more, just like, yeah, this is real face, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He would wear the freeze thing. Sarah, what's that freeze thing they spray on their face? The people that do the face paint?
Oh, I don't know, because nobody sprayed that on my face.
There's something you spray where it makes it peel off easy.
Oh no! Yeah, you have Funny Bone about that.
Yeah, Funny Bone would know it. Yeah, more so because I watched Funny Bone get dressed, and I was like, he be sitting there with a whole paintbrush, like
just paint his whole body.
His whole body.
85 mirrors around him.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, they just painted on, and they're like, "Go have fun, kiddo." And one time, Holiday gave me an angel wing, and my entire spider web was printed into the canvas after the move. So, I was not given anything to make my makeup stay on my fucking face.
Claymore out of nowhere. Is that how you're gonna do the Claymore now? It's gonna be Claymore out of nowhere type of vibe.
It's harder to say that one, isn't it? Claymore out of nowhere.
Claymore out of nowhere.
Claymore out of nowhere.
So you think Bobby Lashley's gonna drop it to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania?
They don't think. They don't think. And this is unfortunately meant to put. I mean, because you can't get Lesnar. Bobby Lashley is the closest thing for them to have Lesnar.
That's Black Lesnar.
He's Black Lesnar, And so this way you give Drew Drew really gets his WrestleMania moment now.
So Bobby Lashley would have had the belt for what? 2 months? A month?
About 2 months. Damn, dog.
And then the Hurt Business will be completely dissolved. I'm telling it's gonna be Lashley drops, and then they're gonna have Shelton and Cedric break up.
Really?
Titles.
What are you
Can't
gonna
you see
do?
they've been teasing Cedric and Shelton breaking up for the longest.
Yeah.
But what are they gonna do with it? They weren't doing anything before. Like they weren't popping before.
Why do you keep looking for logic, PK? You've been watching wrestling long enough.
Yeah.
You
legit looking for logic.
That there is no logic here. It's one guy who suddenly decides, and then that's what happens. It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
See, Sheamus and Drew was dope. It should have been for the title at least once. It's a shame it was never for the title. I would have liked one title.
And I love that. He's going to sell his bag and be like, but no, I have to stand back up here. No, let me gather my back strength.
Yo, Drew McIntyre is a specimen, though. Like, that's the kind of guy you work so many hours, you're like, nah, I can't do that.
Have you ever seen Drew in person?
Huh?
Have you seen Drew McIntyre in person?
No.
Yes, I drove him from the airport.
Oh my! Like this Drew, because TV doesn't do him justice. You see this? This dude is built like he's built like a deer who works out.
That's a cool image with the antlers and everything.
Yes,
the deer's going like I don't know what deers make.
Like a deer.
What does Bambi working out look like?
Like if a deer did CrossFit with Seth Rollins.
Excuse me.
Then that's how Drew's built, bro. There's like no fat on this dude. He is ridiculous. I was like, damn, dude.
Dude, that 0% body fat? Nah, man.
All right, here we go, y'all.
How about that 49% body fat? That's the life I live.
Lana Star doesn't wrestle anymore, Soul Khan. She's too old and beat up.
Who is?
He asked me if I'd ever wrestled Lana Star, but unfortunately she can't wrestle anymore. She's too old. Body can't.
Lana Star? She like in her late 40s?
Yeah.
But what's her name still wrestles though? She's kind of senior. Selena Majors.
She doesn't actually wrestle anymore.
She doesn't?
No.
Breaking my heart.
She's a trainer.
I know that. I thought she still gets in the ring to help.
How old is Jazz?
First of all, you know good and well there is a very big difference between certain types of people and how they age.
Yep. In other words, Jazz can be 77 years old and we wouldn't know.
And still be going, bro.
She's so cool in person too. Like I remember doing a show with her and Rodney Mack, her husband, who gets just no respect. It's so sad.
Tugging and Bugging Enterprises.
Like, her husband, everybody be like, that dude?
Jazz is 48 years old and still wrestling weekly on Impact.
And it's still better than some of the younger talent, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Wow.
Big shouts to Rodney Mack. And what was the White Boy Challenge?
Yeah, the white boy challenge. Yeah, the Thuggin' and Buggin' Enterprise White Boy Challenge. We're doing the White Boy Challenge.
Hey man, early 2000s Teddy Long was off the fucking chain. Bro.
That's what it was. The Macmillan
one-on-one match with the Undertaker. Like
that's it. Yes, he has 2 buttons. Undertaker tag match. Seems to me, all man was popping this off.
Play number 2s today.
Wow.
Real quick, am I the only one? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Am I the only one that wanted to see Alexa Bliss get a mask?
Ooh.
Why?
You're the only one.
No, it would have been nice.
But when she did because the whole Fiend type gimmick, I was assuming she was gonna have her own split personality with the mask.
Ain't nobody gonna cover that pretty ass face.
That is true. Yeah, that's true.
That the eye change and all that stuff. It's good character work.
WWE.
But where's Nikki Cross though? That's my question.
Where's what?
Nikki Cross, the person she dumped to be with the Fiend.
Nikki Cross be out here every other 2 weeks, like, Lexi, why am I having a match with you? They're like, because you would have been in catering, like you'd have been sitting catering otherwise.
This is harsh.
We haven't seen her in a minute, actually. Now you're absolutely right.
Was that Nikki?
She did a couple of WWE.com exclusives, like, yo, people forgot about me. I'm coming back soon, but it's like you gotta do that though. You gotta come back.
Yeah, but I feel like she had a great gimmick coming from NXT, and then they completely changed it, and it's like,
Yeah, because they got rid of the whole stable, which was the best thing. Pop Sanity was so great together, and then they were like, "Nah, you're not with them no more."
They literally do that every time they bring somebody from NXT. Asuka was undefeated 500 freaking days.
It was like, yeah, you been meet the white girl.
Apollo. We already talked about it. This is what they do.
No, Sarah, they was like, meet the white girl who's the next person we like. It was like, wait, what? Like,
that sucks, man. It's a part of me that feels like Asuka never recovered.
She didn't.
She didn't.
From that, and then she was like, Asuka bows to you. I'm like, what the fuck is?
Never forget, Charlotte was ready for Asuka. Everybody was like, this is uncomfortable.
Vince was like, I don't understand. Why is there an Asian person here without face paint blowing in it? This is stupid. Put some face paint out of my face. And that's what happened.
Where's the great Muda? Go ahead, dollar up, Muda.
Right. I'm like, this is very like part of the course.
Remember when they started calling her and Kyrie saying was calling themselves the Kabuki Warriors, and everybody on the internet was like,
no, because I said that, and TK was like, it's great, it's awesome on that after show. I'm like, are you kidding me? Kabuki, as if I had a group called the Breakdance Crew. Come on, TK. You're like, nah, it's great. Give it a shot. Give it a shot, Roby. I ain't done telling you how bad this was. I ain't done yet. Let me finish how dumb that was. Yo, let me finish how dumb this was. And TK was like, both no Beto, heel Beto. It's great. I'm done.
First off, as you can tell, I like things that make sense. And at the end of the day, they're friends. So yes, I understand the name might have not been the best choice, but like it's better than pairing Asuka with Naomi and Asuka with all these random people, and it just doesn't make sense as like tag teams or anything like that. So it's just kind of like
was Kabuki
Warriors. That was the issue. Her with Kyrie saying made sense. Her because of the Kabuki Warriors was like,
it's the same thing with Apollo having a Nigerian accent, but does not have.
We've already criticized this.
We already criticized. I'm just saying on that after show, you looked at me like I was crazy. You was like, "What do you mean? It's great, Lobo. It's great." I was like,
I was just so happy that they were doing something with Asuka.
Here's the thing. So I want to answer somebody in the chat who's talking about Kabuki stuff real quick. So usually in WWE, you have the chance to offer several names as options, and then they pick the name that they like. So that may have been one of several names that they offered. But can you imagine if they tried to offer some really culturally sensitive Japanese name to Vince McMahon? I don't really think it would happen. So, like, who cares?
Word. I mean, look, don't get me wrong.
Randy started off with the black toothpaste, y'all. The match that started with the toothpaste.
So you can imagine if like me and Sarah were in a tag team and like, all right, y'all going to be the Soca Squad. You're like, why? Like, what does that have to do with us?
I would be for it.
Yeah, you would be for it, TK.
But look at TK.
Can I be the manager?
No.
For it.
No.
Wow, we need someone with more accent. You got to go out accent.
Wow. So wait, is Randy not going to fight? What's happening with the charcoal
toothpaste? He's
toothpaste?
back up the charcoal toothpaste.
Hey, you know who got the cushionest job right now out of everybody? Samoa Joe. Because my man is medically cleared and is like, no, I'm good. I'll stand this
good, bro. Yeah, dog. Yeah, anything's better than being put into some type of storyline. I mean, and by the way, please note the Fastlane table being perfectly back upright.
I mean, they hurry up and put it back up. They was like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah. It's almost like this match took place before it got destroyed. Yeah.
Hint.
Session going on.
Joe said it's very hard to trust WWE to be culturally sensitive. I think you answered that, Sarah. Yeah, I don't think it's WWE. I think it's just Vince. As we said on several occasions.
I think it's a very old school way of looking at it. Wrestling is a performance art, and so they want a character that can be seen from the top of the rafters. They know who that person is. Like when my dad came to this country, his favorite wrestler was Chief J Strongbow, which was an Italian man dressing up as a Native American man at MSG because you can see a headdress from the top. The thing is, times have changed, and sometimes they don't change at all.
Right?
Is Alexa Bliss with face paint?
No, she just got on some super black eye makeup, but I don't like the music, the entrance music they did. Like, it was weird.
They've changed the friendship number in theme. You hear it? It's like a chocolate food version now.
Damn! That referee was good. He jumped out just in time.
Ref was like, nope.
Oh, was Bliss gonna spit fire?
It sucks.
I mean, out in LA, there's this show called PCW Ultra, and they still bring in a tag team that's called the Border Patrol, and they have them fight Mexican tag teams. Like that's part of wrestling. That's how wrestling is, since it was formed. Is they create these racist caricatures because, like you said, you see from the roster, you get who to cheer for and who to boo. It's very clear, very easy, blah blah blah. So no, I understand why it happens. But it
doesn't happen now.
On TV, that's a lot harder to explain. No, we're being racist on purpose.
Absolutely. Like,
we don't like it. We just don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I think you have the position now, and not even WWE, AEW, Impact have the advantage of being on TV to say, let's make these characters make sense.
It's so interesting though, with cancel culture, and this might be a little like political. Like everybody's reaching back into the past with text or with tweets and stuff like that, and they're essentially canceling people. But like
Vince McMahon and the WWE are uncancelable.
It's crazy.
But Vince McMahon and the WWE are uncancelable. Vince McMahon has, again, we've just brought up many instances of all the shit that Vince McMahon went on stage on TV, was like to Booker T, "What's up, my nigga?" And that video comes back up every so often. And again,
I saw that live. Vince McMahon do-rag, I remember that too.
Yeah, when ECW champ, he was talking to do-rag.
Yeah.
Like, come on, fam.
Because he got his head shaved by a WWE Hall of Famer, Donald Trump. I saw that episode. Yeah, it was.
Make sure you include that part.
Yeah, Hall of Famer. Yeah, WWE Hall of Famer, Donald Trump.
Oh, did anybody watch Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil? Aren't they supposed to be talking somewhere?
They're the host of WrestleMania.
Yeah, Titus and Hulk are which is funny. Titus and Hulk are hosting WrestleMania. So
are you guys for that? There was a lot of.
I think everybody on this panel just looked at you
from the back, and I hope it's a big black dick because that's his least favorite kind of dick. Hogan.
See, it's one of those things where WWE, I believe, has moved past Hogan. Like we're good on Hulk Hogan.
It's only because it's in Hogan's home state. It's only because it's on Hogan's home city.
Look, TK, let me ask you a question. TK. Did you listen to the actual audio recording of what Hulk Hogan allegedly said?
I didn't listen to the whole thing.
What I'm saying is, someone who says that word that often in so many contexts, it gets hard to root for. It gets hard to root for. And with that aside, Titus hosted it by himself last year, or with Gronkowski, whatever. You don't need a second person. Why get someone else controversial if it's a second person?
Yeah. It's just one of those things. And I know, like, New Day came out and were like, yeah, we talked and blah, blah, blah. Nah, man.
They had like every black person come out at one point.
No, Hogan, he was like, talent don't even look at him. He said when he comes back, their talent still don't talk to him.
Big E said no. Big E was like, I don't forgive him.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, like bro, like
here we go.
Alexa Bliss is fucking Dasheen from Street Fighter.
What?
It's the Fiend.
Is Fiend coming? That's what we want. Resurrected Fiend.
It's Fiend.
Oh my God, they doing a burnt up?
Oh, look at Fiend. Oh, it's Fiend time.
This man put a baby in one of the most beautiful women in the world. Whatever bothers me all the time.
Two babies. They have two now.
Not one, but two.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love this version of the match.
Are we rooting for Bray here, or are we rooting for Randy? What's going on?
His face.
What? Look at Bird Dog.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's not how you pin, Alexa. That's how
you let her pin him like that. Like now, if he happens to pin her in another way too, it's just cause and effect.
But
well, little kid Sarah would have definitely had some thoughts about this.
Wow.
Just like that time Kurt Angle was messing with Charmel and little kids there was like, oh, this is awakening.
No,
Something.
that is.
Wow. So this the new Fiend? Like this is like Burnt Jason.
That's what he looked like Burt Jason.
Yeah. What a way to
Jordan's taking a nap with a hot girl on his lap. I know his wife's gonna whoop his ass when he gets home.
Oh,
You know his wife into that freaky shit.
He's like, babe, I looked away. See?
Shit.
His wife ain't into nobody else touching her man. I guarantee. He was like ring rat alpha. Nobody else is.
She sure was. That's who she was. She stalked Randy Orton to get him.
Yeah, she ain't letting nobody else take that off her hands. No.
They say she was making sure she was at house shows. She knew Orton was working. And with DM, I'm like, God damn it, I'm in the front row.
Where'd the ref come from and where did he go, Cotton Eye Joe? That's what Derek wants to know. Oh, a goat. Oh.
So do we think we're thinking the Fiend is gonna be in WrestleMania? Perfect timing.
In a Firefly Funhouse match.
Mm-hmm.
Against Randy Orton.
In a cinematic Firefly Funhouse match.
No. I mean, yes, that's going to be, but I don't want to see it.
It was definitely not PG.
Huh? Nothing wrong, but how do you win? Like, how do you? Let me know what's the rules.
I'm
so I
sorry,
know how you win.
Well, John Cena dissolved. That's
what I'm saying. Like,
and then
Braun.
I think Braun turned into like bald headed.
The purpose for them is the person who Fiend is wrestling is to understand where they fucked up. Again, Cena's whole purpose was you've been burying people and you've been the heel all along. Correct. That was Cena's.
I like it.
Was, I'm going to bring the monster out of you. Randy's is you're just an evil guy.
Well, that was a different match. That was like a Firefly burn match. Like it was a
therapy is for wrestlers. It's beautiful.
Because Dr. Shelby's gonna be at Mania. We're gonna have a therapy session live.
Not live.
Randy ordered a Dr. Shelby situation. So Randy, you want to talk to the Fiend? Fiend, you got anything to say?
He's just smoking away. I was kind of hoping that Alexa Bliss takes an RKO and kicked out.
Wow, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, well, we saw it happen in Nia, but I guess it doesn't look as bad on Nia. But to see like possessed Alexa maybe take a
that was sorry,
nice.
White Swamp Fights, a match that Braun Strowman lost to the Fiend. That guy has so many gimmick matches. He has a Swamp match, the Firefly Funhouse match, the Firefly Inferno match.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Because he basically buried him.
To be again when you ain't got no crowd. You can do like this one. They're gonna do it cinematically because all the fire and crazy stuff they want to do, you can't do it in front of a live audience.
Well, you knew what happened with Taker that one year.
So do you think we're gonna
see was blowing up or catching fire?
Yeah. Taker had the fire to whip his face, and then he was like, "Hey, goddamn, you almost killed me."
Yep.
Do you think we're gonna see Bray in matches prior to WrestleMania, or are we just gonna see him in the Funhouse?
No,
why?
No, they're gonna save that.
I actually feel they'll give him one Raw matchup to say, "Oh man, this guy, he's crazy, he's untouchable." To sell it.
USA is gonna be like, "Dog, what the fuck is this shit, dog?"
And that's the crazy part about them bringing the Fiend back to Raw was Fox was like, "Yo, we want him." Fox was like, "We want Fox." That's why he was like one of the top draft picks. Fox was like, "Give us that."
Man, that Peacock logo is terrible. They couldn't find like the PNG for that.
Which one?
Look how it says streaming on Peacock. It's just like the big black logo. Just
yeah. That is weird.
It's to draw your eye to the middle.
Yeah.
And the brown stickers bar.
I'm holding out as long as I can, man. April 4th.
Actually, there's a sale on. It's $2.99 for like.
No, I have Peacock. I have it, but it's like I'm not trying to watch that streaming service yet because it's the issues I've had with it. So I have
the only reason I got Peacock is because I'm on a couple of other channels. I'm on a couple of things for Rotten Tomatoes for it. I just want to see myself on Rotten Tomatoes. I get to see myself on the weekends late. That's the only reason I grab Peacock, so I can be like, look, y'all, it's me on TV. That was it.
All right, connections and links.
It was all ego for that one. That's all this was the ego move.
What are the odds that Hogan is gonna ad-lib Black Lives Matter, brother?
Oh my god! I just literally tweeted that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You would hear about me dying of laughter if Hogan said, "Hey, brother, you know the Black Lives Matter." I'll be Black Lives Matter, nigga. What?
I agree. What you gonna do when Black Lives Matter runs wild?
Runs wild on you.
And then D-Ray comes out in the blue vest, starts flexing. D-Ray and Tamika Mallory show up.
Here come Angela Riot commentary.
Sean King off the top rope.
Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't bring Sean King in nowhere.
Sean King gets the biggest payday, of course. He gets all the money.
Sean King. I'm not really black, but I like black people.
Oh, goodness.
We're still trying to figure out what Sean King is. He's like, no, I'm for the cause. Everybody's like, who are you?
I thought he said he was black. No?
He realized, man.
I don't really. I can't tell.
I was like, yo, man, I don't.
I mean, I think so, but
I thought he said he was black.
Yeah, but
I mean,
What do we know?
no one asked for a DNA test or Ancestry.com tree. So.
Sir, did you really go? I mean, so like, you know, somebody took a picture of the feed. They got the picture. WWE got a picture up. I'm like, okay, he looks like a couple of things I want to say, but I'm trying to figure out, how do I say he looks like somebody sat on his face way too long and he was like,
He looks like he was in a bathtub for very, very,
very long. He looked like somebody, like he was like, she got a lot of heat and moisture, and he was like, get up, and she didn't get up, and it's just like she just let it all loose on his face.
What?
Oh man, just let it go. I'm sorry, Edge Roman doesn't make sense, dog. I'm trying.
Why do we not all talk about how sorry we feel for Jey Uso going through all this shit? Like, yo.
Jey Uso's getting his ass whipped.
He
like
has
they whole Jey Uso. They like, hey, you a whole bitch for Roman. Like they made him a whole hoe. Like the Uso penitentiary means nothing when you somebody's bitch. Like
that shit is the Uso detention center. It's temporary holding. And then after that, and then like you leave after like you get your fucking bail money and you're out.
But why can't we bring back, because his brother okay to wrestle?
Oh, he's clear?
Right. This is the main event, right?
I think so, yeah.
How many women's matches were there? Am I crazy?
One.
Just one?
That's why y'all make me watch this pay-per-view. You know I don't like to see men's wrestling. I'm so bored.
I thought you liked to see Big E's chest.
What?
I thought you liked to see Big E's chest.
I can look at Big E's chest anywhere I want. Google, Instagram, Twitter.
Christian won't talk about his vampire status because Christian
Not
is
Peacock, apparently.
Christian is in a whole other company. Somebody else gonna bring it up for sure. It's gonna come up in a promo.
That's why your brother left, because he couldn't handle it.
Vampirism.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to Gangrel, by the way. Super cool dude, super good dude, but still out here. It was still out here like, oh, get ready.
One time, man, I was at a show and he accidentally spilled a little bit of his goblet of juice on the person underneath him, and he broke character to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Like literally broke in the middle of his entrance, broke character to make sure the guy he spilled wine on was okay. And I was like, God damn it.
Yo, it might be something fierce to make a vampire apologize. Like, yo,
I mean, can you imagine the vampire just like, I am so sorry.
Literally, it's like a switch. It was like, oh.
Very truly vampire.
It's a very proper vampire. My God.
He turned into Uncle Gangrel so quickly.
Uncle David, real quick. That went from Gangrel to Uncle David real fast. I'm so sorry.
Me and him got to talk a little bit about Luna once, because you know she was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and that was a really cool conversation.
Nice.
That's the coolest thing about being a wrestler, y'all. I just get to hang out with D'Lo Brown if I feel like it. Go grill.
Did I ever tell you a story about when I put my boots on Instagram like a year and a half ago? I put my boots that I was going to start back wrestling. I literally got text messages from like David Otunga and a bunch of other people like, the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm going back in the ring, and the responses were, "You got out, stay out." I was like,
damn, Votunga's saying that.
Because we all know the business, so we know how crazy the business can be. When somebody's like, "You got out,
Stay out.
stay out,"
Like you in a haunted house. Wrestling is a haunted house. I don't know why we keep going in it.
Like, we love going back. You start getting text messages. You're like, "Hey man, this you on TV, ain't it? Like this you in the house? I'm trying to be there. You don't want this life? Yes, I do. I want that bank account."
This is what I do. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want.
I have kids. I want this. Yes, I got kids.
I got kids.
That should be your new shirt. A spin-off of the old. Your new shirt, I got kids.
What am
I got kids.
What am I, Keith Slater?
Only if you come out to Life Jennings. She got kids.
Must be nice. Flobo, what you say? You really got him going over in this, huh?
I want to. I want to see. I don't buy it. Again, granted, I was an Edge hater growing up, so maybe this is just that extra salt. But I don't see this. This dude came back last year. Okay, injured himself in the second match back. Takes 10 months off, and he wins. Not even gets a match. He wins the Rumble. You mean poor Apollo and Bobby Lashley in the gym? Like, oh, we can't beat Edge. Are you kidding me? Come on. I know wrestling is predetermined, but come on, man. So he's gonna get there because that's the draw, but. Wow.
So you guys have Edge over Bryant for this one.
Edge isn't wrestling.
Edge is winning when he's leaving WrestleMania as champion. There's no look. The level of tears I would have from crying if Edge goes to WrestleMania to lose.
Man. The only way he gets away with that if Roman beats him to submission quickly at Mania. Like opening contest, first show, first night,
real fast.
But if it's a match, it's all Edge. It's all Edge.
Right. If we don't go in real quick, spear, the guillotine choke, and then it's over, then everybody can be like, okay, it's got to be a squash. It's got to be a squash for Edge to lose.
Because that's exactly what should happen. It should happen that way. The bell rings, there's a spear, a Superman punch, and choking the Canadian bacon out of Edge. That's the only way it needs to happen.
Sir.
Yeah, because what happens to Roman then? Like it doesn't.
He remains head of the table.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Roman can't drop the belt. Like it's
Roman lose the Edge. Roman can lose in a triple threat to Daniel Bryan though,
because he never has to be pinned.
He doesn't have to be pinned.
That's the same way. Think about it, it's the same way he won the title at SummerSlam. He did not pin the one person they've been keeping him away from. It's one person. I will say that's the smartest shit they've ever done is keep Roman Reigns away from the Fiend because we already felt like this about Goldberg, but we were like, when you knew what everything was and it's a glorified house show, you like, I hate it had to happen, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You like, I hate it happened, but I get it. But they have made sure to keep Roman Reigns because if Roman beats the Fiend, I think that'll be the most backlash the WWE ever gets. They are keeping the two of them away from each other.
Yeah. I can rock with that. That's the only way.
Think about this. Do you want to see Roman Reigns Superman punch the Fiend 7 times and then think it's going to be over?
I mean, we're going to watch. He's all burnt face now.
Exactly. I was gonna say. So if they got some type of effect where the Superman punch is like mushing the Fiend's face in,
dust,
like
all of a sudden start cracking the face.
Yeah,
that's straight anime style.
But if Fiend Roman happens, it probably happens at SummerSlam, and it needs to be for the title.
Go on, Jonathan Flores, do your thing. There it is.
Roman's chest pleases me.
Yes.
Roman's been getting swole though, man. Like, I mean, because he wore the shirt for a reason. But but Roman's been like,
actually when he was in NXT, when he first arrived at NXT, he was in trunks.
Roman.
Yeah. He was in trunks and boots, like he was in the regular wrestlers, and they were like, we got an idea for you guys. How do you feel about wearing flak jackets?
What was he? Leaky? Whatever his name was, Leaky. Leaky, whatever. Yeah. Thank goodness that didn't happen.
Yo, what is Joseph Bozen doing these days, man? I haven't seen that dude in months. He good? Yo, Joseph Bozen, you good? How's life? Let me know. Put in the chat.
Oh yeah, it was 4:45, an official match. There you go. Podcast is gonna have a field day. You fucking right about that. Woo! Walt Culture is gonna have a blast tomorrow morning.
If Roman loses, Roman about to do a movie.
Small package pin.
Roman almost like get pinned. Roman finna go do a movie. Y'all finna hear about next. And you finna see this mug in trailers like, ooh, ah. You finna be like, what
hold on, my man Greg Hamilton.
What happened to the head of the table? Like, if that would happen.
Yeah, look, that allows Jey Uso to be able to say, hey man, you ain't the head of nothing no more.
WrestleMania is in 21 days.
20. Because it was supposed to be, the match, if COVID wouldn't have happened, right. We had WrestleMania this year out here. Correct. And WrestleMania was going to be the match for the real head of the table. Roman Reigns versus his cousin.
In Hollywood.
Think about it. In Hollywood, you the head of the table, I'm the head of the table.
Yeah. And by the way, I tried to help you, and they still booze you with me.
And I tried to help you, and they still booze you out the building.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Greg Hamilton is oh man, he's just good at what he does. Big fight feel in the air. Daniel Bryan, is he going to win? Is he going to have a DQ finish? What's going to happen?
Daniel Bryan looks like he served me an IPA last night.
In lockdown, in a pandemic.
Hey man, listen, we just got this hazy in. You should give it a shot.
It's really hoppy. I think you like it.
Daniel Bryan was working this match out, changing diapers. He literally was changing baby's diapers. Talk about all right, so I'm gonna hit you with the running knee. Can I get some powder? And then it's like he was literally
Birdie, bring daddy another diaper.
Like, I believe Daniel Bryan literally works like he was doing it today. Everybody was like, is this supposed to be happening? He was like, just let it happen, fam.
This is the last match for the night, right?
This is it.
Hey, let me tell you something. As a 2-hour pay-per-view, who can be mad?
The internet?
I mean, that's the best thing about the pandemic. Those 4-hour normal pay-per-view times was couple fierce.
Was like, come on, Jesus.
It's like, please welcome Capital Punishment, 6 hours live. I'm like, no, I'm good. Great Balls of Fire, 12 hours. No, I'm good, man.
Right, the Great Balls of Fire. You be like, let's not
It's like, it's not important. Stop. Yeah, it's the last match in the card.
Yep, this is it. Reigns.
So we're all going for Roman, right?
No.
I'm rooting for DB, man. I'm rooting for DB, Team DB.
I think both of them have good stories either way. And to your point, like TK, he doesn't have to have the title to be the head of the table. I would like to see an even angrier Roman getting his title back.
Yeah, they both have big
what will happen is he drops it and the Samoan faction finally comes together.
Okay, so TK, you've been saying this for years. The Samoan faction, right? We talk about like cultural sensitivities, the bloodline. You bring everyone together. We're talking. You said you wanted Naomi, you wanted Tamina, you wanted Jimmy and Jay, you wanted Roman, right? Not Samoan Joe. He's not that kind of Samoan. He's a different Samoan. You want Samoan Joe?
I mean,
no, Joe can't be in this.
Okay. So Samoan,
he was battling Roman.
Yeah, it's true. So you got them all together. Okay. No problem at all. I'm with you. What happens first? In your opinion, what happens first? They're all together now. They're the faction bloodline. What happens first for them?
I feel like, I don't know, Daniel Bryan would be the right one to do this, but Roman would go up against somebody who disrespects Roman and the family to the point where the family almost has come together, like, superhero status. Like they all assemble. And then
see, because Roman's a heel, nobody would disrespect the family. Everybody would be a face. You see what I'm saying? Like, the hard part about that is everybody would be a face. Everybody that would come up against the family. Because again, anybody that's been a face is like, yo, we got love for your family. Like, everybody is like people been telling Jey Uso, yo, I love your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, like your uncle. So it's just got to be Roman recruiting people.
Acknowledge me.
Yo, the fact he told Edge to acknowledge me, Edge was like, I'm white. Like, that was just a look on his face. Like, I'm white. I don't have to acknowledge you. Like,
Dakota Kai? Why not?
Locker room.
Wait, Dakota Kai Samoan?
Probably.
Who?
I mean, she's from
like Australia or New Zealand, but I didn't know she was from.
I mean, there's a lot of.
from
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from New Zealand, but I didn't know she was Samoan.
I don't
Who's
think she is.
Dakota Kai.
Look that up.
Everybody out here like, what is Dakota
really?
Kai?
What's he?
Everybody like, what is Dakota Kai?
Dakota Kai is from New Zealand, and she's Samoan and Irish descent, and she's 32.
Yeah, and she was also a 15-minute next women's tag champ. So
I mean, yeah.
That was
Look,
the most disrespectful. Hey, I don't know if anything else is more disrespectful than that. Was like, hey, you and Raquel, y'all can have these now. Y'all got a match.
Yeah. Hey, look, we know you got screwed out of your tag match, which never got resolved between Adam Pearce and William Regal. We're gonna let that slide, but we're gonna crown you the first ever champions. And by the way, you have a match, and you're gonna drop.
And then we're gonna make your best friend Dakota Raquel. We're gonna make her tell you you're not important because now she has to go up against Io Shirai.
He has to go win the big singles title. That's right.
Well, I was also going to say that I think Raquel's too hot to put him in a tag team now. And frankly, when it comes to new championships, it's never the first person who wins. It's always the second. Pete Dunne was the second UK champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, who won the titles first? Bailey and Sasha Banks.
Dana hold the belt.
Yo, they got a couple commercial breaks in there. That's cool. That was fun.
They got the Wikipedia page, okay?
I want a Wikipedia page. I've been asking for it for years. But Raquel's too hot, man. I wouldn't put her in the tag team. I understand why they did it because they won the tournament, but
do you see what I mean though? How did Raquel become hot?
because they gave her opportunities in main events against Rhea Ripley, Mercedes Martinez, all that stuff.
But
those other events.
They were building her up in this team. They gave her the storylines. They actually worked to make her.
NXT Women's is a whole different thing.
Whole thing where she was just like a henchman for a while.
I wish WWE would look at and understand. Like, okay, you want Bianca to be at the same level as Charlotte. This is what you do. This is how you do it. Like the formula is right there.
Yeah, I got you. Yo, Sarah ain't wrong, man.
I got a cat in my lap. I'm an evil.
Got a cat in my lap. Rebel shit.
We need more cats in wrestling, actually.
Cats in wrestling.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick? Because we know this match is gonna last for a minute. What do you all feel about talent moving up now? Do you think they should have permanent NXT talent? Because again, you have some who are like Tommaso Ciampa, Undisputed Era, Johnny Gargano. They're not going nowhere because they automatically. I think they all realize.
Don't forget about Aaliyah now.
Johnny Gargano.
Don't forget about Aaliyah.
Yeah, because they know if they go anywhere, it's a wrap for their careers. Like they can flourish on NXT. But like again,
to now anyway. Like after NXT got the deal on USA to go against AEW, it's pretty much like, okay, this is no longer it's a third brand now. Even though people can still switch brands and get called up per se, it's not the same as it once was, where people were being called up for the NXT. It's now a third brand. They got everything they need now. They got the heavyweight championship. They got the secondary championship with the North America. They got the tag team championship, and they got a women's tag team championship and a women's. So they got everything covered there.
So in my old podcast, we talk about this all the time. We're like, we really wish we become a third brand because there's people on the main roster who would benefit from going back and forth. So once we started doing this and started letting people do that, to me, I think it's a great improvement because somebody like Ember Moon, we could all see that Ember Moon has some great star power and some potential, but the main roster, they were using her like crap. So cool, she's back in NXT and it's not a demotion in our eyes, you know, she's actually getting to do cool shit. So,
Take those contacts. Take out the contacts
right now. That should one just asked for his release. Andrade was like, I want my release, and now Aleister Black, he is the recipient of he catching all that hell from his wife leaving.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he did have his eye put out before. So he got
really did that gimmick while she was still employed.
Yeah, I mean,
also, too, he said, I don't know if y'all heard, when they released Thea, he was like, send me back to NXT.
Correct.
And they were like, why do you want to go back? He was like, I don't want to be around Vince. And they were like, oh, you go ahead and have fun sitting there.
Yeah. Go ahead and lay down in your little weird coffin thing and wait till
they cut that out.
Candles lit, stay there.
They cut that out. It's like, yo, you lost your eye? Sorry, fam. Yeah, repo your coffin, bro.
You don't get that.
No, but I mean, I think it's one of those things where if we know Tia Trinidad, which I guess she's going by that again, and Alistair are together, just I don't know why they never teamed them in WWE or found the.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard you
too vested in her.
There were two different.
Andrade. They were so vested in that they didn't even think like Andrade was built as being this solo thing till they was like, yeah, he might not make it on Raw by himself. Tag him with Ricochet, which was the weirdest shit ever.
So to answer your question, TK, is the same thing that we were talking about earlier. Like you have Zelina Vega as a character that's already been told as Hispanic, La Muñeca. And with Andrade to get Andrade on top of the roster, to them in that mind to re-engineer that to go with Aleister Black, you would have to have some sort of complicated storyline. I think it would have worked out for them, sure. But
there are plenty of storylines that WWE has, as we've discussed. That WWE is like one day we're Titus Worldwide, and one day Titus Worldwide doesn't exist. One day Manny and Otis together. One day, you're just on another brand. Like sometimes WWE, if they want something to happen, they'll make it happen without.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, TK. But let's say in this world, Zelina Vega said, "Okay, I'm tagging with Aleister Black." What happens to Andrade? Because Andrade was still learning the language, but wasn't quite there yet. Didn't have a mouthpiece, and Zelina was so good at what she was doing that whole summer with Angel Garza and what's it with Andrade? Carried Raw. So like, yeah, I get the idea of putting with Aleister Black, but that will leave Andrade going like. Now what?
I would have been mad at her managing both. We've never seen managers manage multiple talents before.
I mean, that's another idea altogether.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at that, but
no, they had to throw it with the other Hispanic guy because
what happened to Humberto?
He's a main event every week.
Paul Heyman was the only thing saving his career clearly.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna go to bat for Humberto because no people do. I was backstage at WWE one time, and Garza walked in with Humberto Carrillo, and he had the it factor. It makes you stop and look when you see Humberto Carrillo. It doesn't translate on TV. Yeah, I think it's dope. It's just the problem is he looks almost like he's what's the joke? His ring gear looks like he's like a Power Ranger or something.
Yeah, like he's a White Ranger, Power Ranger Dino.
Yeah, I see it though. I see why they pick him. I see why he was brought up to the main roster for real.
Yeah, but what is he injured or what is he doing now?
He's on main event every week.
Oh.
Not like in the Raw.
It was just how flawless he was. Like, yeah, he's on main event every week.
He's on main event, yeah. So watching the Hulu, y'all.
Thank you for saying what. I was like, what streaming service?
Yeah, am I in the main event? Yeah, no, you're not in the main event, brother. You on main event.
I'm the main event. No. This that 7-minute segment we gonna tape before everything starts.
Yeah, you're on. It's a different preposition, not in, but on. Yeah. Yeah, and Reigns stumping Brian. All right, there.
With everybody that WWE is collecting, as far as people in the locker room, what do you think they could do to improve, like the story? Do you think they'll benefit from having more storylines, or should they develop the storylines that they have now?
Take the book away from Vince.
Yeah, but
that's not gonna happen.
What's the question? Do they need more storylines or do they improve storylines?
Both. Which one do you think? Do they think because they have more than enough people in the locker room, right?
Absolutely.
So and they have enough time, I feel. 3 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Like they have enough time. So do you think they should develop out more people, or do you think they should? Because some of these storylines are very short-lived.
You're asking me the wrong guy because I don't put storylines on top. For me, storylines is the third most important thing for wrestling. The actual in-ring ability is number 2, and number 1 is characters. Once the character is solid and I know what they're about, I'm willing to ride out storylines that may not be as dynamic. Like I like the Flash TV show, and there's some years you're like, what are they talking about? But I tune every week because I love the Flash. I love Cesaro. I love Apollo Crews. I just think that there's too many people that have similar characters, and it's hard to describe. Like Sasha Banks is the boss, but if I was talking to my friend who didn't watch wrestling and a feud versus Carmella did more boss-like things. And that's something that you have to realize when you try to develop things for other characters, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Like that.
My man.
No, because I was just explaining this because like one of my homies was like, "No, you still watch that shit?" And I was like, "It's still real to me, damn it! Watch your mouth." And then I would set him on fire.
I thought the other dude kill people. I thought you.
Yeah, because I learned it from wrestling. Hey, I was explaining that though, like like the characters and kind of explaining everything to him, and like they knew Ric Flair and The Rock and all that shit, but like I was telling him about like even Roman Reigns. He was like, oh yeah, he had to like think about it. He was like, oh yeah, I think I remember him, and he had the SWAT team gear on, and I was like, yeah, really far removed from that now, and because I think we've wanted to get away from the character stuff so much and just be wrestling that is like, all right, now we have to explain to the people, and it's like, well, there's Daniel Bryan, like he wrestles,
Yeah, he can go. He can go. Chad Gable can go. Everyone can go. You don't get a ticket to the dance if you can't.
Yeah.
But Drew Gulak can go. I know this. But Catch Point and Evolve? Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you gotta have a little bit of that personality, that gravitas, when it comes to, because it is sports entertainment. As much as we hate that word,
I don't watch a lot of MMA, but whenever time McGregor has a fight, I buy it because he walks out there strutting, talking about who the hook is this guy, like he's a character. You want to see him either beat or hold the title. I think that's super important. He can have all the storylines he wants because Joe Rogan can sit there and say his reach is less than this guy's reach, and he's been training 4 or 5 times a week, but it's the swag.
We forget that it's the feeling. This shit is about how people make you feel. That's in a nutshell, how people make you feel and how you feel about something. And that's why even sometimes if we do react to Randy Orton coughing up charcoal toothpaste,
it was on sale.
We're reacting to Randy Orton coughing up charcoal toothpaste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, we always forget that wrestling is always how it makes you feel. So, because I was watching like Survivor Series, like 99ers. I was watching something. And that's
that's one where Stone Cold got run over, right?
We said what?
Another one where Stone Cold got run over, 99?
Yeah, I think that was the Rikishi joint. Oh, well, we didn't know at the time, but he got ran over, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got ran over. Yeah.
And the card was just crazy. From like start, I think it opened up with like Dudley Boys and like Hardy Boys. It was just something, it was just from top to bottom. Everything was money. And we don't really see that as much anymore. Even in the interview, was kind of started out kind of like, oh. And then it kind of ramped up.
It's some things you can do also. Like you look at NXT and even NXT UK, because I watch it the most. Like people who are not on the show that week get promos. Like we're going to remind you who Nina Samuels is. We're going to remind you about this tag team. Or Xia Li was off TV for like 4 months, but every week you got a promo to see what she was doing. And when she came out, it was something fierce. But now WWE SmackDown, you could disappear for a month and come back. Like, oh wow, so Zawa's still around? Okay, cool.
Okay. So are you saying would you let a male be your manager? I have before. Bateman always wanted to manage me, but most places wouldn't let him. And Ricky is down to manage me, but nobody's booked it so far. And if you want to see me on Mission Pro, then you need to tell Mission Pro you want to see me. Tweet them, Instagram them. I have nothing to do with that.
Mission Pro.
Oh, where's that based out of?
That's Texas. That's Thunder Rosa's.
Promotion.
Yeah,
they had.
I thought they had a West Coast outpost or something.
Yesterday.
What's up?
They had a pay-per-view yesterday.
I got you.
Oh, Daniel with the attack. Kip up. Oh, I thought Deep was going to do a kip up. I was like, I was late. Yeah. When did you start wrestling, Sarah?
What year is it?
I know, right? 21.
I think it was 28.
Ooh.
Because I was managing first before I started wrestling.
Yeah.
And then I debuted on WoW. I think it was October 2018. That was a hard landing. And then I actually ended up getting work in Scotland, and then the pandemic hit. So this should be my 3rd year of wrestling, but it's really like 2nd at most.
Yeah.
But managing, I started in, I think, 2016.
2016. Okay. Because there's a little dead time in this match, so we're going to have a little personal session real quick and include everybody in the conversation. When you told me about the Sarah thing, about Sarah, and I saw you, I was like, I know this girl for some reason.
Well, are you from Richmond?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia, right?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia, too. You might have just seen me around.
2 up, 2 down in this thing, right? So I was like,
I say that all the time, and nobody knows what 2 up, 2 down means.
2 up, 2 down on you clowns. You know what I'm saying? So we out here. So I was like,
and no one responds.
I know you just let this be like, what are you doing a piece up?
I'm like, yeah, 2 up, 2 down, and they're like,
we out here, VA. So I was like, yo, did you go to VCU?
I did go to VCU.
I went to VCU.
That's so funny.
Y'all probably in the same class and everything, man.
Y'all went to school together, ate lunch together, and everything.
He was like, oh, this guy he's from Virginia. I was like,
I got smart. Yeah, I gotta cover my ass, man. You know how it is.
I'm in B more. Okay, Slow Town, what up? Why be less when you can be more?
Deep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I was like, yeah, I know her. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I feel like we ran.
VCU,
go VCU, go Rams, go! By the way, it's TK's fault. The Oregon alum, VCU was supposed to play Oregon yesterday in basketball, but they said it's Oregon's fault though.
They went and said they had an actual infection. They went and said we had COVID. They was lying to y'all. He was running.
Oh yeah, I saw VCU just had to forfeit. Yeah, I went to the year I graduated, I went to every single basketball game because my boyfriend at the time was obsessed with VCU basketball. And that was when I learned about basketball because I'm a football girl. But I had to go to every single show, so I learned all about basketball that one year.
VCU, go Rams, go.
I think we made it to the Final Four that year, so it was like a big deal.
That was the year where we almost burnt down Richmond. Yes.
Well, somebody mentioned Croker Spot the other day, and I got lost in a moment because I was like, "Oh, Twilight!"
Itis immediately.
Croker Spot, I miss you, Croker Spot.
Anyway, but there was a little trip down.
It's not going to come out at all. Like even sneak out. Like
who? Jay Uso?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're ready for the run out. It's coming.
Yes, Chris Brown used to hang out. Let me tell you my Chris Brown story. Chris Brown used to hang out at our gym.
At Carey Street Gym.
Obsessed with girls in workout gear. He had a fetish.
Always at Carey Street Gym.
He would come to the gym and he would pick up girls, take them all back to his house, feed them hot dogs, and try to get them to fuck his friend.
Correct.
So,
was he famous yet?
We're not just gonna skip over the fact that he
that's real fact.
Take him to his house, feed him hot dogs to fuck his friends.
Yes, correct. So now
was he famous then?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I mean this is pre-Rihanna, so he's still in good graces of people.
So no, this part of it was after, and people just didn't give a shit.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm at the gym. I am not cute, y'all. This is when I have my long hair, so it's just like in a braid. I'm like just in a big old t-shirt because I didn't go to the gym to look cute. But I walk in the gym and I see bitches in heels, and I'm like, oh, Chris Brown is here. And he was like obsessed with one of my girlfriends. So she's there, like her boyfriend's playing basketball. And she's just like sighing heavily because Chris Brown is trying to play real hard in front of her and get her. So anyway, I end up leaving the gym and I'm walking down the street talking to my brother. And I see this weird looking car truck thing. It didn't look like a truck. It didn't look like a car. It looked futuristic and weird. So it caught my attention. I look at it. I'm talking to my brother. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. This is weird. Oh, it's Chris Brown. Chris Brown literally does the shit in the music videos when a girl walks past. He hits me with the.
Okay.
And then he slaps somebody. They stop the car. He shoves this big man out the car, and the man stumbles up to me and goes, "Excuse me, ma'am. Chris Brown would like to speak with you."
Well,
and I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't talk to strangers," and I went home.
Stranger danger.
I mean, you could have got fed hot dogs. You missed out.
I
mean, I'm like, if that man fed me lobster,
are we talking about hot dogs? Real hot
look
dogs?
at this, yo.
Dogs.
Oh, Roman's caught in the middle of the ring right now. Roman is caught.
Oh wow, DB is stomping the hell, and now he put him in the bell lock.
No.
Excuse me.
You mean cattle mutilation?
Now Jay
They refused to call it like, oh no!
Sorry guys.
Oh, his arm does not bend that way.
Is he gonna tap?
He may do it.
When we get this story, he's grabbing
the only person that finds it kind of weird that his one glove is gold, but everything else is black.
I don't like the gold glove. I know why he got it. because he's the head of the table, or he's been an NFL captain for the last 5 years, so he gets the gold patch. But like he gets to go glove, you know.
I just think he looks like Michael Jackson, and it's fine.
Because Roman Reigns puts on Thriller matches. Sorry.
Your butt is mine.
Please say that because you're not saying it to me.
Prince.
It's so nice to talk to people where I can say a random quote for something they know it.
Paul Heyman. It's like, yo, man, from my meal ticket. You can't be getting pinned out here.
I think Paul Heyman. Powerbomb. I think Paul Heyman's probably top 3 WrestleManias of all time.
Oh.
Yeah.
How?
No, you said oh.
Yeah.
That's facts right there.
Maybe top 2 even.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, really bad with money.
Oh, the ref is out.
Oh dear, what's gonna happen now?
Oh no, ref bump.
Spear.
That ref took a good bump too.
WWE, the ref bump.
Hey. Unsanctioned referee.
Isn't this where Edge, the special enforcer, comes in?
This is why this rap stallion is being allowed to count matches.
Since when did enforcer mean you were also a referee?
Exactly.
Mike Tyson, WrestleMania 14.
He wore a shirt. That's
They
different.
wore a shirt,
though.
I feel like they picked the funniest ref to take the bump, though. They got refs who actually look like they're strong and fit.
Yo, they got that one ref they got. You like, why is this motherfucker not lacing up?
That one ref who always pet Sasha's weave slightly away from her face whenever he's talking to her down there. Yeah, that's the one with the muscles. I'd have him take the bump. I'd be like, you're gonna be safe. You're fine. No, they picked this guy who looks like he's from the IT department. Daniel Bryan's knee to the face. He should be dead.
Like that ref who took the bump looks like Kevin Kelly's like cousin.
Like he should not be alive right now. If we're talking about the power,
he took a professional wrestler's knee strike.
Yes, he should be
full on force of the knee strike. Like he didn't even pull back. Daniel Bryan was like, "I'm gonna give you this, okay?" So
you see how I did Josh Matthews? I'm gonna do you worse than Josh Matthews, referee. Takes off his tie, starts choking him out.
So does Edge ring the bell, have them ring the bell, make Daniel Bryan champion, now Roman's pissed? You know what I'm saying? One of those things that Edge just ring the bell.
Correct. And Roman never really lost.
Roman never really lost.
He's old. Exactly.
There's not one producer being like, is there another referee around? No?
Right.
All right.
Let's see how this plays out.
Edge got it. He's cool. Can save the money.
Oh my God!
He's already there.
Oh,
Montreal screw job time. He gonna tap him out.
Oh, there he is. Uso. The goddamn time
to open up the Uso Penitentiary.
That part.
It got funding. Oh, Daniel Bryan wrestling in the Adidas wrestling shoes. All right.
Hey man, there's about 8 people total that only wear wrestling boots now.
My man's Kofi Kingston been wrestling in hype beast sneakers.
Fresh ass Air Ones. You be like, Kofi.
Yeah. The creases. Think of the creases.
Just got it from the sneakers.
Ankle support, my nigga. No ankle support.
Oh. Could you imagine taking a super kick to the face with Air Force Ones?
Yes.
Yes. Oh no, he got on Jordan ones. Never mind. He got on Jordan ones. But still, that's all foot though, bro. Jey Uso just like he work at Zara.
They got a shift about it after this. Jay like, I gotta go to work.
Right after this. Sorry, I'm late, guys. I had up my cousin retain the WWF Universal Championship.
Again, Jay. Again.
Jay.
When did
What
Daniel
mock
Bryan get
Air
busted
Force Ones
open?
do they have that say stay so white and crisp?
I
Like
love
the mock
Kaylee
Air
Ray.
Ones that him and his brother wear?
Yeah.
When did
Kaylee
Daniel
Ray's
Bryan-
solid.
Hold on,
When
Sarah.
did-
What did you say about Brian?
When
I
did
like
he get
Kaylee.
busted open?
He got busted? He's busted?
His lips all swollen and bloody. I'm just wondering if it was from Jay's kick or if it was
Yeah.
I just love the entire brand there, Robert.
He probably caught a punch. Yeah.
He didn't edge all of the knuckles.
Oh, there it is.
He caught a stiff joint. Back chair shots.
No.
There's no ref. There was ref.
Both refs down. So the ref down, the enforcer's down.
Whack ass enforcer.
It's your time now, Paul.
enforcer. You know, when it's coming, I could play. Me lick your bum bum down.
Oh, he hits Edge. Superman punch. Uh-oh.
God damn it. Can we catch up somehow? Hold on. Let me.
Edge got a chair shot right to the arm. Holy shit. That like it hurt.
Tap. Oh, he's passing out. Reigns is passing out. Oh, he's tapping. He's tapping.
But there's no ref.
There's no ref.
You hit me with chair, I hit you with chair. Ah!
Roman's like, oh, God, no.
Damn.
Daddy's spanking everybody now. You can all go to bed. No dinner.
You could all go to
Triple
bed.
Threat WrestleMania. They officially set it up.
Roman Reigns is seeing the ghost of his great-grandfather right now, Peter Maivia.
That is hilarious. They've officially just set up the Triple Threat.
Hi, Chief. Is that you?
Lenore, get off of this chair. Mommy is using it for the camera. Get. Y'all see my camera moving? That's my cat.
He's tapping. He's
You
tapping, of course.
This whole
Edge just hits Brian with the chair. Of course.
That was like 30 seconds ago, man.
We all on 3 different time zones watching it like
Edge just beat the shit out of everybody. Triple threat. There we go.
Now the official wants to come out.
Yo, he was taking a crap, man. Leave him alone.
There has to be at least 8 of them back there.
Edge is like, fuck this shit. I'm out. Edge said it is fuck this shit o'clock when it comes to being an enforcer. I am leaving.
I was gonna tell you, he just gave his kids a whooping and left.
Damn.
Like, I will turn this car around, and then he.
And then he did.
All right, thank God.
I was gonna end.
Well then, okay. Well,
they just set it. So now we know for a fact it's a Triple Threat at WrestleMania.
Yep,
There's
there you go. Triple threat.
triple threat.
Which I want way more. I want way more than that.
There is a Triple Threat at WrestleMania, and there will also be a watch along for WrestleMania for both days. I don't know which host. There'll be one of us because I don't think it'll be the both of us. So some of us will be here, and we'll have some guests as well. Obviously not Sarah. She just volunteered out. However, let's start with Flobito.com. Flobito, where can everybody find you?
Yo, you said it yourself. Lobito.com and all the shows I'm working on. NewAmsterdam.com. KNEW. Amsterdam.com. What's up?
You have 15 shows. You want to
I
list all
got
of them?
6 that I host and 3 I help out on. That's like 9.
Hey, let's go.
Wow. Kane McCoy, where can everybody find you?
Follow me at Kane McCoy, CAINMCCOY on everything.
And Mr. Jay Washington.
Matt
You
Titan.
just said the name. Mr. J. Washington is on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere you can find me. Blurs in the Hood every Tuesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. Me and Winston A. Marshall. I'm bringing back the Mad Titan podcast. I put that on a hiatus. That's coming back as well. Everywhere you get podcasts from. And I'm an average black dude that does dope shit. So I'm somewhere, everywhere, probably on TV somehow or a movie theater screen. You can see me in Channing Tatum's movie Dog coming out in July.
Let's get it. Channing.
Just dropped that. He's all up in the music videos. He's all up in the movies. He's all up in the
What am I,
comedy.
Diddy?
That's Washington, Jay Washington. Shout out to Boza. Shout out to Joseph Boza. Shout out to Haywood Wong. Shout out to Soul Kane. Shout out to Robert. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys who are going to be watching this after. We really appreciate it. We are going to be doing some more of these. Who do we have? Do you know what pet show coming up, Sarah, on Tuesday?
I never know. No, but it's always an exciting show no matter what because it's your favorite wrestlers and their pets. You kind of can't beat that. It'll be like your favorite wrestler and a puppy or your favorite wrestler and a lizard. But why wouldn't you be watching the show every Monday? I don't understand.
There you go. And then we have Women's Wrestling Talk News, the news edition, which is on Thursday. And then also, if you missed our last episode with Vicky Guerrero on it last Tuesday.
And she said that on her show. You got to go watch it. And me and her had a moment. We had a little flex moment. It was adorable. Go watch that episode.
Boom. And oh yeah, where can everybody find you, Miss Sarah the Rebel?
I was going to say, you ain't going to skip me. My Patreon is going to be said. Patreon.com/Sarah the Rebel. I dress as a very sexy schoolgirl, and you're going to want to pay me $25 for it.
Oh, like I said, no, you're going to want to pay to see this.
You will.
You can get these restrictions.
Everyone said it was worth it. Do it. Do it.
Let's do it. I'm with it.
Well then, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad.
Where's the OnlyFans, TK?
Yeah, it was a.
TK,
You gonna pay you $30 a month?
No Patreon. I'm just here, just a Canadian trying to make it in America. But thank you
Okay,
guys.
so you need OnlyFans.
It's not like
I'm just saying, you dressed up for Carnival. I know what that is.
I mean, right, them Carnival bitches are low, like
multiple carnivals. Multiple
I've
carnivals.
worn several carnival outfits myself. I know they are held together with sequins, feathers, and the prayer. So
Most importantly,
That's fire.
Yes,
Jumping
guys.
wheels.
Also, if you want to catch me talking about more of Fastlane, you can hop on the Fightful. I'm going to be talking about the after show on their after show, talking about Fastlane, so you can hop that on. Other than the Carnival thing, we'll discuss that another time. Other than that, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for watching, all that good stuff. Till next time. Ciao.
Thank you.